Your mats are dust, and your crucible still sucks. Cue up the match, loud thunder cracks, songbird flies, taskmaster with the slap. Hyperion spins, ghost turning up, Victoria heals him. Thunder cuts, off in the lab with the spread shade rage. Burn all the gold like a wartime mage. Max that mythic, left the rest in the slump. Wallet on empty, heart full of jump. Can't build Damon, still talks that smack. Screaming about rooms that he never attacked. Crucible lost, now we calling it rigged. But he clicked auto when he should've built big. Just emotional damage. No gold, no max, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. Your rosters in ashes. Click that fire. Watch hope turn to fragments. No gold, no match, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. Dark tribe, winter guard, laughing bold. Versus new mutants, punch straight through gold. RNG halo on his head like a crown. You try to sim, he just slams them down. He knows how to crack those vigilante lines. Reads every kid like it's fine red wine. Herb in the back, miss clicking the screen. Send drunk squad in like a meme on stream. Why'd you do that? Crowd starts to chant. He shrugs, says laugh, but the room says can't. Darth in the chat with the typed up flex. Could've won clean, but your loss is your bet. They hit, then they vanish. Leave you broke. Just emotional damage. No gold, no match, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. Your roster's in ashes. Click that fire. Watch hope turn to fragments. No gold, no match, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. You try to battle on a shattered phone. Low arena rank like a broken throne. One man stands with a whack-ass team. Darth hits and he laughs on stream.
Oh my god, you gotta be. Wow.
I got you and I'm not happy because I reckon because he's been saying about
Just emotional damage. No gold, no match, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. This fight is your preview. Roll that dice. See what fate will feed you. No gold, no match, just regretting chunks. We call them thunderbolts. This summer, you brought the gold. They brought the pain. Thunderbolts is Darth Gate. Oh, here they come. One last strike. Thunderbolts, 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 yeah. Thunderbolts. Crucible gang in his ear, laughing like that's a sack. ZKG in the chair, whole chair ready to attack. We ain't gonna flop, he loading. Teams drop, tab screen, no squad on lock, click once his squad's just stomp. He don't scout, just smirk and send. Weird ass teams that should never blend. They ask why he just hits again. Chaos on tap, that's a ZKG trend. Stream up late night red eyes. Op team full when they realize he don't care what the meta implies. He just freestyle fights, improvise. ZKG got 50 on call. Old timey budget about to fall. Drop the bird, let him up, watch him fall. Whole crew stacked, he's clearing it off. Fly high against stone on cam. Trek of breaking bones, goddamn. T-Daddy dancing, beard go slam. Crowport drinks, can't feel my legs on my hands. And ZKG out here destroying squads. Crucible gang in his ear, he's got just streams and laughs at the op non-stop. He'll keep attacking till the wife brings the mob. Yeah, ZKG out here breaking the odds. Unique squads tearing holes in the dark. Just streams and laughs at the bodies drop. He'll keep attacking till the wife throws a chincla. Hey, new room, he never reads that tag. Wrong crates, right clicks, failing fast. Chat spam mail when they think he last. And the screen go boom, whole board gets clapped. Fuzzy send a meme till his thumb feel cursed. Phone burning up, gotta push through the hurt. Crucible calls, they all dive head first. Whole gang live, our certificates get worse. ZKG with the sci-fi mind, see the lines of the code. Every week design, turn trash rosters into top tier grind. Every odd pick hit like it's prime. Crow got him lit, words start to blur. Still full clear, that's like work, sir. If the plan scuffed, he just makes it work. You thought you were safe, you lose, good sir. ZKG out here destroying.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is a fucking rough night. Like, no, it's dead, but fucking dragging ass. I ain't gonna lie. Usually I'm good, but I'm actually glad you came on because I was watching DNA and I love DNA, but he's got that monotone voice. That motherfucker was putting me to sleep. I'm sitting here fucking nodding out.
Oh, you ain't gonna die out on this one because this is just.
No,
I was debating.
that's what I'm saying.
I was debating to do something earlier, but there was so many CCs where I just wanted to, have fun with it. Let's have some fun with these fucking CCs. And
Yeah.
it was nice to see some different shit. Those punch-ups we had, man, on your account were pretty fucking good. I mean,
Oh, I lost, by the way.
you lost? Oh.
Yeah. Even if I think even if I would have full cleared, I would have lost. Because he got a 5207. So, it is what it is. I ain't sweating. But, honestly, the only thing holding me back is fucking Blue Marvel.
Well,
Blue Marvel ain't shit.
But, what's that?
Blue Marvel ain't shit.
Yeah, well, it's still nice to
This
have him
motherfucker.
fucking throw him
Fuck
on
you, Crow.
defense because, but I don't have him to throw him on defense, so, unless they put him with a cosmic fucking taunt, which is an easy,
Well, here's the thing with Blue Marvel. Since there's no more red stars for him, he's practically useless now. Yeah, he's
really?
like a
Did you
great
see my
hit.
Did you see my
He's
match with him? We're going fucking
No.
earlier today. Did you see that shit?
What,
Tell him,
what-
Z,
what
that
are the red
motherfucker
stars?
wouldn't die.
He just
What was
was
the red
on a
stars?
sliver of health. It's like he
And he
just,
just
wouldn't
wouldn't
fucking die. And you're like,
I'm
he's
not
hitting him hard as
saying-
fuck too. And you're just like, well, fuck this.
I'm not saying Blue Marvel's useless. I'm saying without red stars, he's practically useless because he's not going to hit nearly as hard as what you're used to fighting, which is the 7 reds. He's not going to be as tanky. He's not going to hit as hard.
it
Not going to be as
sounds-
tanky or anything.
Okay, it sounds like that. It really does. And you could say that
Mhm.
because that's the general way we look at characters going, okay, they're 7/7. They're not as great, but when they get that diamond or 2 diamond, you're like, oh shit.
You know what I'm
However-
saying is, if you get Blue Marvel now, there's no red stars. He
Right.
is
Oh, well, yeah.
a very different
okay.
character.
No.
No,
Now-
I get what
now,
you're saying.
now I get, now I
yeah,
get it. Okay, yeah. I completely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were basing it off of other characters, but no, this
No.
part here. So you're Well,
I
okay.
hear where this
Yeah,
came from
you're
with
right in
Red.
that aspect. Yes,
Professor
yes, you are
7
right.
red or
Let's-
6 red. He's very, very good. He can take hits. He just damage.
Yeah.
I've heard of people who have 0 reds on Professor X. He practically sits there, or he falls over. That's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
much a 0.
In that
score
aspect,
Professor
yes.
X.
But the people I'm facing have the fucking red stars
Yeah, no,
on them.
I'm
So
just
that's
saying-
the issue.
For you, because you probably only have like 1 or 2 reds, maybe 3. He's probably not going to be that big of a game changer. Now, once they add
Well-
more reds, then
That's like
that can
stuff that he
change.
provides.
Well, until they stop gating the fucking P4. I mean, at P5 is you can actually get P5 easier than you can get P4.
18?
ions.
Yeah. Okay. 1.3.
And it's
okay.
fucking insane. Because
Well, if you're going-
I'm
if
still
you're
trying to
going for
get my
events,
5th one.
if you're
I
going for
try-
events, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I try and get them in events, but I'm not fucking spending money.
No,
Nobody can
events,
kiss my
that's-
ass.
You get P5 from events. You don't get P4 from events really anymore.
No, but
Most
yeah,
of
that's
them
what I
options.
mean. That's where I get the majority of my P5s. But the fucking gate lock on fucking P4 is insane.
Yeah. Okay. So it's coming. It's just I don't know exactly when, but probably the anniversary. You'll see a lot more giving up.
Yeah, I mean, that's
they're getting
fine,
there,
but it's
just-
like, Jesus.
It's there now. I'm looking at this for Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel. I got him 7/7. Great purple 5. Whatever. So this is his stats. It's his stats in game, so we know it's there. So if you take off the red stars, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 5 million drop in health and a 400k drop in damage, and that's a lot.
That
And then
is a
the
lot.
Armor, the focus, and yeah, the focus and resistance is about 50k, but still anything about 100 is great, but yeah, that's a big drop between it. The only thing I could see that really is only viable is him taking off like Safeguard or something from somebody and getting that off. He won't do as much damage, but fuck, shit, that is when he gets a diamond, he's fucking people up. He's gonna fuck people up. He's gonna fuck. People are gonna fuck around and find out, and it's not gonna be.
The other thing that's killing me is the 3-3 mags. That's killing me right now. And I am 2 fucking shards away from a 4-4. I've been 2 fucking shards since that shit. Oh, I was so pissed. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm still irritated with that.
He's gonna come
give me.
around
I needed,
again, but it's.
Oh, I know, but I needed 10 shards and the fucking orbs. I was up to like 200 cores and shit per deal. How that went? And fucking motherfuckers gave me 8. I was like, you son of a bitches. Oh, I was fucking hot.
Welcome to Late Night with Fly.
What's the best thing about him?
Who, Blue Marvel?
Bro, he
Blue Marvel,
Blue Marvel
on defense.
Blue Marvel or Mags?
Yeah, which one are you talking about?
Blue Marvel.
He fucking destroys you.
If you're overthinking just based on kits, the best part about him is he's fast. His turn 1, he hits everybody on defense and only defense. He reduces all positive effects, and he'll put defense down. I don't know if it's strong, but he puts defense down, and he hits hard. And if you have the red stars, he hits a lot harder.
Let's put it this way. He's good that everybody pretty much that has him is putting him on, is using him in arena and on defense.
Well, that's
whereas
he does put trauma. He does put trauma.
Yeah. Whereas for me, what's that?
It's different with arena because he stops speed stat reduction, so it's pretty much the APOC, but much better.
Well, for me to beat him in arena, I have to take in F3, Xavier, and Dorm. And now, if I go first, it's 100% win. But if I don't go first, and it's like 25-75, maybe 30-70, pushing 40-60.
I hear.
But it depends.
I hear beats Blue Marvel in arena. Damon Heartless.
I can't show it. But,
with who? F3.
You can either do 3-piece Fantastic Four Damon Heartless, or you do 3-piece Damon Yo-Yo, which I've also seen work, or you can do what some people do is fuck the Fantastic Four, let Fantastic get the speed stat, so you're taking New Emma, and taking characters who boost damage, so Damon, when he takes his turn, will delete everyone. But that's chancing, because that's supposed to get the speed stat.
So I use this only because why not? And
wait a minute. Share your screen.
I climbed the one.
Good day, fucker. Share your screen.
My bad. I thought I put it in there already. Hold on. I got you, boo. I got you.
You're slow.
Just a little slow, that's all.
See, I'm getting prepared because of the time change in 10 fucking minutes. So don't everybody forget, it's going to be 3 o'clock in 10 minutes. Well, 2 o'clock your time, but 3 o'clock.
That's an hour, 10 minutes.
So mine.
It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But anyway,
this I use, and I've climbed to number 1
on a Monday.
Very true. I don't need this shit happening.
That sucks when you got work with the
but see, Z, right then and there though, you're still using Blue Marvel.
Yeah, I have Blue Marvel.
Yeah,
because I'm banking on 1 of the 3 actually doing something. So if they hit Blue Marvel and X, that's great. Cool, they stopped them out. But Odin's over here to help out. If they hit X and Odin, fuck it. Blue Marvel's going to go, and Blue Marvel's going to go and help me out. So either way, one side or the other is going to go, and I see Blue Marvel all the fucking time on there. So I'm just like, fuck this. So, I don't even fucking know. I don't even know what the fuck I got on defense.
And actually, because of this fucking time change, I get to join back up with my arena. With the arena crew on what I do, which is great because I'll be at work by 5:30, so I'll be able to participate. Whereas before I couldn't fucking participate because I'm driving in, and driving and trying to do that is a motherfucker. I will say that right now. That was a bitch.
Yeah, see.
So
trying to
I
do
took
it-
myself out of the rotation until today, until this time change. So I get back in and I can't wait. 450, 400 cores, that's okay, but 100 fucking cores a day. So yeah, there's that.
I've started to build my cores back up a little bit. I'm just under 4K.
Oh, speaking of, guess what I hit? I fucking finally hit 110. Guess what? I've got 8 million fucking gold. It doesn't mean jack shit.
Well, you can raise up you can raise up one person for a couple levels.
Oh yeah,
you-
one
Isn't that the best
person.
part?
You could upgrade 2 to 3 people. I think 3 people.
Darth, time out. Most
What?
of my characters are still up. Wait, okay. So most of my characters are still 106.
Oh. I think a couple 109s
about
in there.
10% of my characters are 108, and my arena team is 109. So there ain't no reason shit.
Characters. You have
Huh?
30 characters at 108.
I have a bunch at 108. Yeah.
You could take you can take one of them to 110.
No. Not at 108. 106. At 108.
You should take a couple of them to 108 and start doing the 108 event part of the event, and then
I already
get
done
some
the
more
one.
stuff
The
in there.
108 event. No,
Oh.
the 108 event's already done.
Oh, you're waiting for 110.
I took up enough to do the 108 event. Yeah. My gold has taken a shit since I stopped buying the passes.
Well, your goal's
And
gonna take
I've
an even
stopped-
more shit today, because
Please look to what
Fuck
they
that
did with
shark.
the
I already
Strike
told Herb he could fuck the fuck off. I am not fucking. No, I mean, no. He fuck. I don't even have. Yeah, fuck off. I
I'll
am playing
build
with him.
Shark. I'll build Shark. I'm not doing the rest of Retcon.
okay.
Pass.
Well,
So
these
here-
Shark already look
here-
cool.
here.
I know
I'm
you can
fine
do
where my
something.
you already seen it. I put a screenshot in there. I'm not doing shit. However, when I think about this, and still knowing, I don't know what they're exactly doing, but thinking about it, I think they're trying to drain resources everywhere, maybe to restart with this quality of life shit, because there's not the general consensus is there's no resources anywhere where they used to be. So you used to get them
No.
from Scourges. You used to get them from certain events. They took them all out. So
Yeah.
now it's credits and fractals, and you're like, well, that's great, but I could get some shit out the fractal store, but I can't build the motherfucker up. I could do that. The only ones that are really benefiting or have been is the players that already have that gold stashed up, but that gold stash is going down for them as well, because they're like, well,
Yeah. Oh, wait.
you got these new characters. What is it, like 50 mil just to take up a motherfucker?
Yeah,
Get
they
a
want to
whole
sell me
team.
50 mil for 99.99. Fuck you and fuck off. I mean, fuck that. Now, I will say this. My retcon, all four of my retcon are 105 G19. So they're all built. But I'm not fucking... I've got 8 million gold. Ain't gonna get far with that fucking shark. And I want to get to at least some characters to 110 so I can finish the 110 part. Because I think I'm running out of time.
I just hate that they priced up the strike pass because I grabbed one strike pass a month, but it went from 10 to 20, and it's like, why?
No.
Well, they...
It's always
No,
been
that's
No, it's
the-
always been 20.
At certain levels, that's why, because his
Just at
level
lower
part-
Oh,
levels, it's
yeah.
only 10.
So because
Okay,
back then
yeah.
you'd only get certain resources. So once it hits the 20
Mhm.
mark, that's the cap. But you'll see that 20 in terms of if you looked at what's in the past for $20, and then you look on the web store for like $20, they'll try to sell you gold that's like 18 million for $20 on the web store. But if you buy it for one of the Striker battle passes, you get close to 20 mil. You get a shitload of training mats. You get all this
Yep.
other gear and whatever shards they put in there, whatever fractals they put in there. So you got all this other stuff. So yes, it's a better deal, but
Yep.
that's one of the only ways in terms of getting gold and training mats, and that falls under spending money. There's no like, hey, I could grind over here. I could grind my eyes out over here. Sure, I don't want to, but I could grind and I can get some gold. Okay, I got my gold. Great. I only spent half a month getting it. I didn't have to spend $20. You don't even have that avenue anymore. You're just, hey, fuck you. Either pay for it or not. And it's starting to hit very, very badly. I hope Beta you put that on a note, you put it in a shoe, and you shoved it up whoever's ass you really talk over there, because we keep telling them, and they're just like, well, like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are waiting for, but y'all stopped it. That's great, but
you think it's true that they lost 70K players?
I mean, there's always players leaving.
But there's always players joining.
There's always players joining too, and people are moving up. So, sure, they're moving out of certain leaderboards and stuff. But look, if the game was dying, there'd be a lot more of an indication to that, a lot more, and it's not. I really want. I would love to say, yeah, man, we need to push it in high gear, but yeah, you can't base a player count based on it. The leaderboard is basically just people trying to participate if they even care to. And some don't. Some don't give two shits about it because a lot of the leaderboards that are based on these diamonds have certain requirements that people are never going to get.
A lot of the common requirements is battle with so-and-so, which a lot of people just do, or just do battle, or spend campaign energy.
Well, yeah, the campaign energy, but now it's going to be power cores. So...
yeah,
this one's not really going to tell a true thing on it.
It gives a somewhat accurate, if it's just like do a battle, everybody does a battle at least once a day, whether a blitz or raid or something. So they can give a semi-accurate representation, but it's not going to be a great representation nonetheless, because you can only see so much from your point of view.
Would be too low to say. Like, maybe if like somebody did something 10 times and they're an active player, but just one.
Here's the other thing, Z. I stopped because I'm saving energy. I stopped coring the gold nodes. You know, the corn. You know, I'm not coring, but spending energy to get the gold fragments.
Oh,
so
yeah. Well,
I'm taking that hit too.
Well, okay, so I'll do it till the pass till I'm done with every part of the pass. So I'm on what 33 right now, so I'm probably gonna have to do it for another couple days, and I'll be done. After that, that's when I start saving up every energy. I don't spend it for the day. I say fuck the what's it called, the optional daily thing or whatever, because to do it is optional. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the ISO 8, whatever, and then I'll just core it and be done with it. Let me do my 200, get my stuff saved, great. Because eventually they'll come out with another, but I'm slowly getting there. And if they decide to say, hey, they want to move to G21 or even push it to fucking 115 or whatever and just keep it trucking, hey, whatever, I have no problem with this. It's just, if they're going to push up the economy in this way or give more levels or give another gear crunch, they need to start pushing out more resources for people to build their characters, because there's only so much the community can do without spending it, and people don't want to spend. People would, if the difficulty in new content was there and you're going, shit, I really want to beat this, you're not forcing me to build it up. I'm saying, hey, let me do it. I'm gonna buy it because I want to beat the shit out of this. So it's me. It's not going, oh my god, I gotta spend this. Fuck that, I ain't doing it. We're done. But if there's something in there that gets me going, I'm like, oh shit, I really like playing this because it's difficult, but you know what? I'm tired of fucking playing it because it's difficult. I'm gonna spend money, and it doesn't feel as bad. I'd imagine people go, yeah. If there was actually, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, Darth, we jumped ahead an hour, fucker.
Yep.
It only went 11 minutes for me. It's 101 for me. So for you talking.
Oh well,
it'll move.
It's 3 o'clock for me.
Yeah,
it's 3 o'clock for me. Mine just jumped.
Real for me.
Yeah, we
I think it jumps whenever you hit 2 o'clock because we haven't yet. We haven't jumped yet.
Yeah, Z, you'll probably jump in an hour.
Because
Yeah, we'll probably jump now.
they'll say when it hits 2 o'clock, it'll jump. It never specifies the time zone, so I'm assuming it's just whenever it hits 2 o'clock in your time zone. Which
Yeah,
would
and I'm
be
East Coast, so
4 time zones,
Yeah.
4 or 5 time zones of the U.S.
Yeah, it usually just it goes once it gets to that point. So when it in about 58 minutes, ours will jump to 3 o'clock,
Yep.
and then it'll keep going that way. Been playing about it. Scopely took away an hour that we used to Scopely took an hour away. What the fuck? This is some bullshit. This shouldn't
I'll
have
have to
happened.
restart my phone after I'm done watching.
Yeah. No, mine won't update for.
But yeah, I was
anymore.
discussing this resource matter with somebody else, and it's like you got, it's just the thing that gets me. I can deal with the gold. That I can save it up, but it's gonna take time. What I can't deal with is the fucking P4 ion gate. That's where I'm having a fucking issue.
Well, that's it. So, God, I can't even say it.
No, don't say it. I don't want you to get in trouble.
Shit's coming. Shit's moving
Yeah.
where it should. It's just I don't know the exact plan that they're doing. Although there's stuff I wish I could say. And I'm pretty sure Beta knows it. It's just I can't say it. But
No, and I don't want you to say it.
hanging at least for the anniversary side, just like every year, they give out so much shit that you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be great because now I could build a bunch of these characters. I could build out the characters that are coming, and I get a little bit of leeway with it. And I'm hoping that they fix this horse shit by the time the anniversary ends, so that way,
Yeah.
you're stuck on this momentum of this high of like, oh shit, this is really good. And there's more players coming in and people want to stay because they're like, wow, this is great, and then keep it going forward. And I'm hoping they do it. And RJ
And I have
has
4
that
days.
thing for it, but
I was,
I don't know if they got the plan.
yeah, I was just gonna tell you, I got 4 days left on that fucking to get to 110, and it's never gonna happen. To do the 110 event.
You know, my biggest issue is with Strike Force at the moment. I hope it changes when they do the quad life. We've gotten 105, we've gotten 110, we've gotten 100. Stuff's gotten more expensive, levels gotten more expensive, gears gotten more expensive. And yet we haven't seen a change or an increase in what we get for gold. In War, that's been the same for who knows how long. Raids, I wait for a new raid, they increase the gold a little bit. They don't increase it enough with how quickly the cost of gold is going up. For every million the cost goes up, we get 10k gold increase somewhere.
This feels like this kind of feels like every government out there. Prices go up, but wages stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else goes up, but wages stay the same. And you go, don't worry. I know that bread was like 50 cents before, but now it's $2. So fuck you and figure it
It's
out.
like training
Shit,
mats.
when I
We've
started
gotten
smoking
lots of ways
cigarettes,
to get training mats.
they were like $2.25 a pack, and now they're like 10, 12.
To be fair, that should be looking at that way where it went up like 500%. You should be like, you know what? Fuck them.
What's that? Smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
fuck
was
'em.
gonna quit smoking when they went over $5 a pack. Yeah, them motherfuckers down here are not over $9 a pack, and the only reason I spend like $17 a day because I get a 2-pack special. That's it. But yeah, all that we're doing is spending money to kill ourselves. So Beta, Beta.
Hey,
What's up, Beta?
I figured I'd hop in here. You want to fix this? Just go bomb Blizzard, right? Then that'll fix the economy.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean the amount of I don't know. I mean the
So here's my concern, and I alluded to with what I was saying earlier. The meta is the core problem. Everybody's fixated, and I get it, and I understand the resource constraints, right? Gold, training mats, et cetera, et cetera. But let's go back in time for a moment. They used to deliver meta where, you know, Squad A came out and it was a problem, and then they would come out with Squad B to beat it, and then Squad C would come out and they'd come out with Squad D to beat that. And the problem is that starts to create a cycle that ends up becoming a bigger problem downstream. And then when you start to pivot and you come out with squads that can beat multiple things and do it like, go back to when Underworld first came out or when Undying first came out, and these things are punching up, you know, 2-character squads or 3-character squads are punching up millions in power, right? All of a sudden they start to create this problem. I'm concerned because now we're getting to this point, and I kind of joke with people about it, but we've had the most recent set of meta has been all about stopping speed mechanics, right?
Yeah.
Where do we go next, right? Do we now all of a sudden, when you can start to see this happening a little bit with Trash Can coming out, where we where we have to build kits that basically say stop the stopping of speed mechanics.
Yeah.
Right, so
Well,
it starts to become this loop of problems, and it's like, where does this go? Where we've got power creep that's massively happened, we've got meta creep that's happened, and I want to go back to one point, which is something that when we first started doing the player council stuff a long time ago, we heard a lot of feedback from the community that said we're tired of the aging out of meta, right? We want meta to be valuable for longer. And this is one of those things about be very careful about what you ask for. So while I love it and I love the theory crafting aspect, we've calculated it months ago that there's something like 70,000 plus potential combinations of meta that you can run in Wars, just as one example. And then you've got over 70 plug and play characters that you can augment that with. And so that's why Wars have become, at the top level, these nightmares to manage, right? Where basically the top alliances are doing 24-hour voice chats, come in, do your hits. We actually literally tell you, do this, do that, you know, and so this is where the players asked for this stuff. They delivered. They said, okay, we're gonna make meta last for 18 months, which they've been doing. They're doing shit tons of reworks now, which is sort of reinvigorating a lot of that. On one hand, it's great, but on the other hand, it's created this huge meta nightmare. And that was my point in chat earlier, is instead of fixing that, and I don't know if they know how to fix that, and that's part of the problem. What I think they're doing, and this is just my opinion, is they've started to try to fix the meta by bricking the economy, right? So if I slow the player base down, I can start to create separation again, which disappeared for a while. And as frustrating as that is, and I get that, the problem is, no, Richter, I didn't say 70,000 combos.
There's definitely not 70,000 combinations for them. There's maybe a couple, but
there's probably like 16 combos of that. But anyway, so the problem is they're trying to solve it with the economy, and that's just a really feel bad perspective for people, right? So it's just, there's so many things that I'm concerned about. It's like, I don't know where they're going with this because the meta's a problem. They're breaking the economy. We know content has been extremely lacking. I know people keep saying, where's Danger Room? Where's Danger Room? Where's Danger Room? When's the next Dark Dimension coming? You know, all of this stuff, there's just nothing much to do other than CC is kind of the interesting thing that everybody latches onto. And wars are pretty boring these days, right? And wars actually have really become, I don't know who coined this, I love using it though, is wars are essentially 24-person CCs. That's really all they are anymore.
That makes a lot of sense too.
Well, okay, so in terms of war at the higher end, because you're there, I hear it from people going, oh my god, that, you know, and when they have talked about it with us on the Envoy side, they're like, man, there's these wars that are going on. People are on voice chats for like hours talking about this shit. And I'm going, well, why? If you guys got everything maxed out to the nines, let's say that if that's the case, because I really don't know. I don't know how high-end alliances have it. Is my assumption somewhat correct? Where I would say 95% of the roster is literally maxed out.
So the problem, and I don't know how to say this in a nice way, so I'm just going to blurt it out.
Yep.
The problem is there's a few meta that are very specific to specific counters, right? So for example, I love making a joke about, we have an alliance mate that clearly didn't read any publication or kit information or whatever, and so they kept retcon out for offense, and they saw Winter Guard on defense, and they went to use retcon against Winter Guard. It's like, hello, you're using a defense-only team against the one thing that counters it, you know, not the smartest thing to do. So the problem at the high end, because it's so competitive, is that you've got 24 people in an alliance. You've got some good people there, but not everybody pays attention. And so why they tighten the reins and basically say, we need you to come into voice chat, is because they need to stop people from using the very unique counters like Winter Guard, like Secret Warriors, that have ability to beat a ton of things, but they're the only things that can beat very specific things too, right? And so we need you to come in, and this is why I walked away from all that, because it's extremely time consuming, and I enjoy playing where I'm at now because it's very, you know, a lot more casual in terms of this commitment level. But the problems that I had at that level is, there's an old expression, you know, you can teach a man to you can feed a man a fish and feed him for a meal, teach a man to fish, feed him for life. And the problem with this methodology at the top is, by having people come in and do their hits turn by turn by turn by turn, you're not educating people. You're not empowering them to go do these hits in the future. It's literally, a lot of people just get lazy and they come in and go, all right, what do you want me to hit? Okay, step me through it. I'm busy. I don't have time to learn this shit, so just walk me through it. And so it becomes this immense burden at the top. And I have talked to Scopely a long time ago about this. Most people don't realize the amount of time that leadership at the top alliances puts into wars. There's usually something like 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours in planning for every war, because defenses change like literally every war. And so you've got a 4 to 6 hour period of time before the war starts, and then they're literally on voice chat for the full 24 hours. So the irony in this whole thing is Scopely's solution, when we used to share that, hey, because of the meta, see, it's the meta that's the problem. If there wasn't so much meta to work with right now, people could publish counter lists and say, here's what you use. We used to do this years ago, right? Here's a 2-page counter list. Here's what it, you know, you use Secret Wars against this. This is turn order if you need to know, whatever. And you could just let people go based on the counter list. But there's so much variability now. The last war we had with where I'm at in Rich's Alliance, we ran into guys that just did this massive amount of mixed meta. And the guys were like looking at this shit going, I don't know what to use on this stuff. So that's
just
the
throwing
problem.
Random shit there?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. So it's like, okay, let's take an example. Let's say we tell you that if you see a Winter Guard on defense, that the counter is Secret Warriors. Okay. All of a sudden now you see Winter Guard with Blue Marvel, or you see Winter Guard with Xavier, or you see Winter Guard with Emma, or you see Winter Guard with Mephisto, and most of the players don't know how to pivot on that. Or maybe not Winter Guard, but some other meta where all of a sudden they see a scroll in there. You know, I've played this game long enough, you guys have played it long enough to go, okay, maybe if I see scroll, my natural inclination is go, okay, maybe I'm going to put Black Knight on my side because that's the counter to scroll, right? So it doesn't matter to me what meta scroll is thrown in with. Maybe it's normally a meta that I would use Mercs for Money against. Well, now I'll just pull one of them out and throw Black Knight in and do a Black Knight Mercs for Money against it. I've got scroll covered. The Mercs is taking care of everything else. Not a lot of people think that way. You know, if there's a Mephisto, I try to get people to understand. You see Mephisto, generally speaking, you're going to use Undying, you know? So trying to get people trained around that is just very difficult.
You know what it sounds like to me, Beta? It
Yeah,
sounds
people
like
need
that
to
you
learn how
have...
to play.
Doesn't read kits, and you got a dumbass
Whose name is Doolin? That's who's on ours.
It's
You know.
we'll
Anyway,
yeah,
I'll be right
we already know him. Okay,
Oh.
so
I'm pretty sure it's more than just Doolin, but okay.
yeah, well, I mean, in general, no, I get what he's. Okay, so, but wouldn't that fall onto the actual, like, alliances where they recruited with them? Like, okay, look, if you're coming in here, you need to know the shit that you need to know the shit you know, or find a more casual alliance where you could look at something, or you don't really want to understand the mechanics of this game, because it's now I understand why they said, hey, you know, they want to go to simpler kits, but if you do that, eventually it still comes right back around to, hey, it's now cookie cutter teams, it's not fun no more, because I know exactly what beats this. You got heroes for hire, we're gonna give you weapon X, and okay, now they're dead, and you're like, well, now it's no more fun. Don't get me wrong, trying to beat heroes for hire was a fucking just shit show. However, it was fun as shit when you figured out something. You're like, oh shit, I fucking beat him. It felt great. But I don't think you could go, well, you could simplify, you know, more kits coming out where they're doing something, or try to figure out with it, because sure, these book long passives, or the book log any of these are fucking ridiculous, where you forget one little line and holy shit, that could affect what you do. However, wouldn't it be easy? I asked them before. Well, the thing was, I asked them, can you put in something like, for any person coming to an alliance or something, can we just put in there something that says casual or competitive or something along those lines, so you know coming in, hey, you're either up to doing your shit, or we don't give a fuck, just do a few attacks and you're fine, or whatever the casual alliance, you know, quota is. So for the Council of Doom, it's just 10 attacks, that's it. But if we see that we're winning, if you fuck off.
What I said is I had a war where I could only get 2 attacks in. That's all that was left.
Well, that's because a lot of them do more attacks. But
so let me answer that a couple of ways. One, if we look back at the evolution of alliances in, let's say, the top 200 in the game, everybody knows there's been different ways of quitting, right? So there used to be, I would say, 50 top alliances in the game. And then as the waves of quitting happened, from everything from when ISO was introduced to other various things that have caused people to quit the game, you've kind of gone, and I mean no offense to anybody, but you've gone from 50 top alliances to 25 to 15 to 10 to 7 to 5 to, there's really probably about 3 what I would call top or 4. And so because of that, it's really hard to recruit also, right? Because finding the players that you're talking about that basically are like, look, either you know your shit or you don't, and if you know your shit, this is the place for you, and if you don't, then you should be in a bit more casual one. It's hard to keep 24 players in each one of these top alliances, and so that's happened over time. That's number one. Number two, you've got another issue which nobody wants to talk about, but let's talk about it. You have people that have bought accounts, and the problem with people buying accounts, or people that have accelerated by spending super fast, is I equate it to, it's like a kindergartner who all of a sudden is a senior in college. You don't have the foundational experience and education in place yet, and so all of a sudden you're thrown into top wars. You got a bigger roster, but you don't have a clue. You haven't gone through the basics, building up your knowledge base to be able to handle this. And so, to Richter's point about being spoon-fed, those are the kind of, I'm sorry, that was Maz's that was saying it. That's where you run into a lot of the spoon-fed things. People get excited. Oh, you know, this is a Kraken who's willing to spend. Great. They'll keep up the account. But you know what? They don't have the knowledge. So we have to help them with that. So you've got those couple things going on. And then you've got the complexity of the meta, and where Scopely didn't think it through. So I always use this example. A long time ago, one of the first times I ever met with them, I was talking to them about, do you realize that sometimes when you come out with kits, you're not thinking through the full ramifications of the entire meta in the game. And the example that I gave way back then is actually, ironically, still relevant today, which is America Chavez. When she came to the game, they had her envisioned as a young Avenger. They did not think through the fact that she would work with anybody two tunes adjacent to her to speed them up, right? And at the time, very quickly, the community is super smart, and the community figured out back then, put her in between the two Eternals. And that was a real problem meta for a while, way back when, right? Here we are probably, 4 years later, 5 years later, she's still being used.
And she don't need to be built. Just give me the bitch on fucking team. Just put her next to somebody and you're using the back. But, well, they didn't understand it then, but they did kind of learn from their mistake in a sense where they go, okay, we're either going to limit it to their team, their certain allies, or, they need 3 or more Young Avengers or whatever. However they did, whatever they do with the new characters now, they limit it to that team. But back then,
you look at Accursed, you look at Vigilantes, you look at Starjammers, you need 4 characters to make it work. But people are still kind of finding creative ways to split those up a little bit. Not so much with Accursed, but there's a lot of splitting of jammers going on right now in CC that I'm starting to see. So that's. And by the way, the response I got back then is the same response you'll get from them now. It's just worse. The response I got from Scopely back then was, well, we just don't really have any way to fully test all the potential possibilities that players could do. And I'm kind of like, this was back when there was like 90 characters in the game, right? Now we're at 360. And it's like, but you're the game maker. You need to do this. And this is where I actually, 2 years before they agreed to do a player council, was starting to push them that they should do a player council then. If you can't figure this out for yourself, then at least get some, the vision was different back then. It was like, get some top players and let them help you, right? You're asking some players to do some free labor for you, but at least you're going to get some good input back. Some top players that understand the mechanics better than you seem to do, and they can help figure this shit out for you. And it literally took 2 years before the agreement to even venture down that path came out. But so there's other factors, and some of it is they keep waffling back and forth. So one of them you talked about, which is the community hates it when they're very prescriptive. So the APOC saga we all hated it because we all walked around with the same 21 tunes build. And they learned their lesson, quote unquote, from that. And they said, okay, well, we're going to go back to having a lot more theory crafting. The thing is, they often act, and I hate to bash them because there's some really good people there, but they often act like they've suffered through something like Stockholm syndrome or something, because when they see feedback from people in the community, it's like they get traumatized by it. So we all said we don't like being this prescriptive, so they said, great, we're going to open it back up. But then people do stupid shit in the community, like bringing Shield Trooper to a dark dimension because he's cheap. But then they get pissy about, well, he doesn't work, or he dies in 2 seconds or whatever. So after hearing this for a while, then Scopely goes, okay, well, we're going to be more prescriptive again. And so they keep doing this pendulum swing back and forth. Then on top of that, then they listen to the community, in my opinion, sometimes when they shouldn't. And I understand why the community says this, but the community says things like, I don't like investing in defensive teams because I never get to play with them. Okay, I understand that. However, football games are offense and defense. Soccer is offense and defense. Wars are offense and defense. You tell me something other than golf or fishing that is not got both sides of that coin, right? And I'm a big defense fan. I love crafting creative things to complicate people and challenge them. But they listened to the people that said this about defenses. And so about a year and a half ago, they pivoted with the meta to offense. And that's why we're in the bind that we are in now, because we've got way too much offense. It's ridiculous.
I think
do you think in the near, say, next 12 months, they'll do more defensive teams or tanky teams?
They're starting. But Scopely is notorious. I used to have an infographic I put together. I called it the Scopely pendulum slide, where this was probably 4 years ago, where I could show you literally the things that they did that were too extreme on one end of the pendulum and then too extreme on the other. And they just don't seem to really have a good grasp on how to get to sort of the balance point in the middle. Now, they'll never get to the true balance, right? I don't mind
No,
if it's
but
a little bit one way or the other.
40, 60-ish.
Yeah, but the problem with them is they're usually like 1090, right? It's like it's like I scurry way over here, and oh well, that's too far. And the economy is a great example of that, right? We had, when we got the player council going with them, we had actually a period of time where the community felt like gold was kind of under control, right? But now we've pivoted to the other end of the spectrum again. So they're just notorious for this pivoting back and forth, and it's too extreme, and it just, and I get it. At the end of the day, they're a business and they're trying to sell characters because that's where they get the bulk of their revenue from, not anything else. And I know that they've been frustrated because of the community that's taken on this min-max approach to things, because for them, they need people to max characters out, and it's their own fault when you create meta, like, I'll keep using this as an example, Undying, which at 4 stars could punch up 2 million, so why would I max it out? So part of it's character design, part of it's, this whole theory crafting versus prescriptive. There's all these different factors that lead into it. My concern right now is just how they're trying to course correct, I think, is damaging.
Well, the amount of messages I get now, just from, hey, have you heard something from Scope because the economy's shit, or hey, I know people that are quitting now because of this, because before there was at least in the milestones there was some form of gold, even if it was so small, or like a mill or something like that, even spread out. There was something there. Now it's gone, and it's only just either shop credits or fractals. And people are like, well, what the fuck do I do? If you can wait it out to the anniversary, that's really when they give away a lot of free shit. But I don't know what they're going to do afterwards, so pray they fix this, which I'm hoping they might be doing, but I don't get the part of taking...
I mean, that's asking people to wait like 20 days for the anniversary.
Yeah, well, it's...
I mean, I'm still such a new player. I've never had gold, so...
No, the anniversary is the 28th.
As a new player, any gold that you get right now is okay. So, like, any of the gold that you get that's even in an event, if you can finish it, or even a Scourge for like 1 million or 2 million gold, it works well for the newer players, but that's about it. For mid-game, end-game players, 2 million is a fucking... It's a level, and it's not really, oh my god, we're gonna go bonkers on this shit. For 2 million, you can't even put nobody up from 19 to 20. It's like what, 5 million? 5 or something million for a Ginter? Like shit. I don't know why you would take it away.
So as some people know, I one of the things that we worked on early on in the council was to help improve the new player experience. And after I left the council and taking a break from a bunch of stuff, I was sitting around idle last summer while I was waiting for my daughter to have her baby, and I was like, you know what? We did all this work, but I actually don't really know what it's like as a new player. It's been like 4, 5, 6 years since I started my original account. And so I was sitting around and I decided to start another account, and I wanted to see what it would be like, not the way mobile did it, where, and I think Dorky did too, where they tried the 100% free to play route. I wanted to just do the slightly accelerated, do the time heist kind of approach. And I was able to accelerate pretty fast to the mid game, which is really what it should do. It shouldn't get you to the end game, but it should get you to the mid game. And I was able to give Scopely a bunch of feedback of things that they needed to change. Stupid things like, hey, these challenges are out of date. The time heists need to be updated. There's these offers when you say find gear, and then all of a sudden you go in there. And it was like, seriously, guys, you've got an offer in here for like $30 for 10 pieces. But then if you scroll right, off screen, you'll get to one that's like 1,500 pieces for $2. it's like, seriously, are you trying to scam people because you don't think they're going to scroll right or whatever? And they're like, oh no, you're right, we need to remove those. That we somehow missed those. So I was really excited that I was able to give them a bunch of feedback and they made a bunch of changes. But I can also relate to a lot of the frustration people are having, because when you do that process, new player experience is absolutely way better than it was when we all started in the beginning.
Oh, hell
You're
yeah.
not. You've got characters available that we didn't have, so being able to have Jean Grey and Nightcrawler and Orcus and Spider Society early on, and Annihilators, and even getting Fantastic Four fairly quickly, those were all really cool to be able to go through that. But then you hit a wall. You literally come screeching to a halt, and T4s are a problem, gold's a problem, ISO's a problem, training mats are a problem, gear's a problem. And it's such an abrupt slowdown. It was just
Hit
amazing.
the gold wall at 80.
Yeah, your gold, trying to find gold for you is rough. But
Yeah.
You're at
I
80.
did fine through like 65, but then from like 65 to 80, it started slowing down, and then once 80 hit, I never have more than like 5 million gold.
Yeah, wait till you
What?
get to 100 and watch how much it slows down.
Oh my god. Because
But-
the
Well,
economy never caught up
That's
to
one
the,
of the
to the bill.
reasons why
You know-
I'm not huge on leveling my like player level so high, because I can't afford it. Like if I go up from like say 86 to 87 in about 10 days, I'll be all right. I'll have my arena team and I'll have like 4 or 5 raid teams at level cap.
Yeah.
But it's just, that's it. Like the extra teams for like modes that are fun to play in, I ain't got time or resources for them.
Yeah.
it's,
You know what? You know
And,
what's
and
interesting?
I'm not saying like I have to max those characters,
Right.
but
of course
like
not.
if I could at least have like those secondary mode characters, like say I was 85, if I could have those secondary characters at like 75 or 80 and it wouldn't break me, it'd be cool. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop $100 on
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Like I spend probably about $20-$30 a month, but I don't spend a ton. Like,
Yeah.
but it's just like once the crunch hit, it was like I'm barely breaking even
Yeah.
just for things I have to get core, to do raids, to get gear orbs or gear,
Some things changed, because in the past it used to be, when a new level cap came out, so let's say when 100 came out, then the resources had kind of freed up to get people to like 90, right? When gear 20 would have come out, then it would have been a lot of resource availability, cheap costs, whatever, for people to get to like gear 18, right? So I know that there was even times where it was like if gear 20 came out, then it was easier to get gear 19. So it was usually like one level cap back or one gear tier behind. When the new one came out, then it started to loosen up. But even if it was just 2 levels behind, 2 level caps behind, or 2 gear tiers behind, or whatever, that would still be an improvement over what it is now, where it's just come to a huge grinding halt. The other thing that I found that was extremely missing for people, and Rich and Old Timey and I have been chatting about this in the Herb, is that there's not a lot of guidance for new players. And so when we
Very
talk
true.
about theory crafting, it's unfortunate, for me to go back and start a new account. I have, if any of you guys did this too, it'd be similar. I have such endgame knowledge that I was able to expedite my growth because I knew exactly what I needed to build to get through Dark Dimensions super fast, to get to Odin unlock fast, to get to Xavier lock on fast, and so forth. but people won't know that in the beginnings of the game, so they're going to build their favorite characters, right? And God knows Spider-Man's useless, so that part is unfortunately missing, and I think that would help a little bit in terms of the new players coming up through the funnel if they had better training or guidance or tutorials or something that was available to help them do that. Because let me share just one thing. I'm not doing this to tout. It was just an interesting experience. When I first qualified for Crucible on my new account, which was I think in October last year, November, something like that, I was like rank 80,000, and I thought, oh Jesus Christ, I'm never. This could take me forever to get anywhere. I'm like top 50 with that account now, so in like just a short period of time. But that's because I have the knowledge and experience of the end game. People that are new aren't going to have that experience and the resources, and they're not coming to ZKG's channel or they're going to other channels that aren't helping them. So there's that going on.
I've always liked strategy RPGs and stuff, and like before I started playing, for probably about a month, I watched a whole bunch of people on YouTube just to like get a general idea of, hey, these are the teams that will do shit for me.
Yeah.
But I'm probably a small percentage of the population
Right.
as a whole.
Yeah, I think you are. And the other problem, honestly, and again, please take this with a grain of salt. Not you, but ZKG is not like this, but some other content creators are.
Funny
I have
bitches.
I have a friend that used to play with me when I was in a top alliance, and he quit the game and he plays Warhammer 40,000, and he's a content creator over there. And he has, I believe, 20. His name is Nandy.
Oh, he's cool as fuck. He's in like, I'm in the top cluster of that game, and he's in the second highest cluster. And he has probably the best content creator for that game.
Yep. And I don't
Hey,
play that
Beta.
game at all. I don't play that game
Beta,
at all.
before you-
Yeah.
Beta, before you go any further, I just got one thing to say. Hey, Trekker,
Yeah.
fuck you. All right, go ahead, Beta.
There you go.
Nandy was
Shut up,
just
Fly.
Nandy, when he played in Panzerhulk with me, just super nice guy. His content that he produces for Warhammer, and I don't play that game, but he has shared his content with me a little bit in the past. It's factual, it's simple, it's
very
concise,
informative, and it's easy to
informative.
digest. Yeah.
and it's non-drama, non-trolly, whatever you want to call it. The
Well,
problem
the big
is
problem is like sorting through the chaff with content creators, because there
Yeah.
are some that are just, I'm having fun playing, but I don't know fucking dick about game mechanics or
Yeah.
etc. And then
Yes.
there are people that actually like know their shit and can explain it to that's digestible to the masses. And he's definitely in the second group.
Yeah. So he's a very smart player. His content is amazing. And unfortunately, in my opinion, there isn't a content creator in the MSF world that produces content like he does. The ones that are out there in this world are either too remedial, or they don't know what they're doing, or they're too much about the clicks and the clickbait. And yeah, yeah, Duelim, and Rage, and Boiler,
Yeah.
and Heartgrave, and yeah. So
I haven't seen Heartgrave lately.
he's
Who
doing
cares?
wrestling. He's doing wrestling
He
stuff.
went to wrestling.
So the problem is, I don't know if people that are producing this stuff, and ZKG are in a different boat to me than those guys. They're producing this stuff and they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot in a way. I'm not saying they have to be shills for the company, but they've gone too much to this drama queen crap. And A, I don't think people are learning much from it. And B, it's such a negative experience. I get a headache watching that shit. I just don't even really watch it anymore.
There's
No,
a
so-
handful of content creators for Marvel Strike Force I just auto skip because
Yeah.
they're just so negative. You can tell they don't like the game. And it's
And
just
look-
like, bro, fucking quit then. Like,
You're right,
not
right.
enjoying yourself. Don't poison everybody else's impression.
Right.
And it's
right.
not like being a company man per se. I'm not saying they have to have blind, like
Yep.
faith in like what Scopely does, but some people you can tell, like, okay, I'll drop a name, Mobile Gamer. I liked him when I've watched him, like when he played Swigo. He's an entertaining guy. But like the past 6 months, because that's about how long I've played, every fucking video, it's like, dude, just say you hate the game and take a break. Fuck's sake. Like, what are you do? Why are you torturing yourself? It's nothing to do with him personally. But it's just the complaining
thing-
and the hating.
Yeah, so it's, to me, Mobile is in a different class by himself, and I say that because I view him as entertainment and not really as content. I don't take him serious on most of his stuff. He's kind of goofy on his gameplay, and what he does is appealing to. Unfortunately, our society has become this way, where we want the drama, we don't want the clickbait, but we want the drama, and so he's kind of in a class on his own. But it's funny, like, you go to Reddit, which is like super toxic, and I swear to God, 90% of the people that post on Reddit, in my opinion, I don't think play the game anymore. They're just a bunch of jilted ex-lovers that just can't get over it and move on, for some of the stuff that I see out there. So there's very little content out there that's of value. But
Reddit's
you know,
a shithole.
The main MSF Discord may not be toxic, but it is trolly.
it's very trolly, and I'm not on it anymore. I gave up being out there a long time ago. So I did want to address something real quick.
Only
though.
for the code.
I did want to address one thing real quick back to what Lord Richter was asking earlier about Cerebro versus RJ. So, just for point of clarification, those two are in completely different roles. I've met with both, and I have my own impressions, and I will be very open and honest about them. Cerebro is or was pretty much a gatekeeper. I don't think he was very effective at funneling community input into the company. I think he was probably okay in terms of communicating out, but it wasn't frequent enough. And I think he was part of that community that suffered from all the trauma early on. One of the things we used to talk to them about was, you guys need to communicate more frequently. Obviously, we want their communications to be better, and I think they've gotten better with what Path has been doing. But they used to have a lot of problems with some of the stuff they communicated out, but they just weren't doing it very often. And we always joke about, they always say, subject to change, because again, this is trauma speaking, where, there is more stuff I think that they could share. I think we would all benefit if we had a 3-month roadmap that we could plan around, as opposed to a 1-week roadmap. But things change, and the problem is this community is not very forgiving. And so if they say this is what our 3-month roadmap is and something changes, the community goes apeshit. And if the community could chill a little bit more and understand that some things get delayed sometimes they find a better way to do something or whatever, then maybe we could together, between getting them to communicate more and we react a little bit less, maybe we'd have more information, and then we could make more informed decisions about what we're doing. Like, if I knew, Herb was here, and we were on voice chat the other day, and we were all kind of hypothesizing about what do we think the next leaderboard event's going to be. What's the next character, whatever. And I was joking, but I was trying to think it through, and I was like, what? I bet you Quasar is going to be it, because it's time, right? And so, of course, now we got the notice about Quasar coming out next week. So, but it would be nice to know that, right? It would be nice to know that Quasar's next, and then, the next 4 characters are this, and then maybe I'll cherry pick which ones I want to go for and which ones I don't want to do. Or maybe I won't do any of them, or maybe I'll do all of them. It doesn't matter. But anyways, back to the commentary. So my problem is Cerebro is an arrogant ass, and I just don't think he was very good at what he was doing, and I don't think he was doing the community a service. RJ is in a completely different role. RJ runs the whole thing, and I've spent a number of conversations with RJ, and I think he has the best intentions in mind, but he inherited a challenge. He inherited a challenge in terms of the technology that was running the game was very outdated, and they've been moving it forward. And so it's a lot different than it was when he first started. I think the struggle that he has is a struggle I would have being in this role too, which is how do I balance what the community needs and what the company needs? And I think I wouldn't want that challenge. I wouldn't want to have to design an economy. I would kill myself trying to figure it out.
That would be rough because that's a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot of moving parts. For those people that know technology a little bit, I always equate it to if you understand the life cycle of PCs or computers, it's very similar to this economy in that, we come out with faster CPUs and then all of a sudden memory is a bottleneck. So then we come out with, cheaper memory, bigger memory sizes. So now all of a sudden memory is not an issue, but storage is an issue. So then we come out with cheaper, smaller, faster, bigger hard drives. And then all of a sudden the network is the issue. So now all of a sudden we move to, 100 megabit, we go to gigabit Ethernet. And it's a revolving cycle. And then as soon as you solve the network, it's the CPU is the problem again, And so it's very similar here. I hate to say it this way, but if they all of a sudden released a shit ton of gold into the community, all of a sudden people would be bitching about T4s as a problem or training mats as the problem. And if they fix one of those, then the next thing's going to be the problem, and then ultimately it'll come back to gold as the problem again. And so it's a tough thing to solve. It's just it needs to be better than where it's currently at.
I don't think it's ever something you could solve, but I think it's something that could be balanced a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's always issues that come up. Like say Gear 21 hits and there's a new piece that you need that's fucking very hard to get. The game designers could be like, well, we want it to take people 6 months to gear out their top teams, but the player base could be used to gearing up a team in a month.
Yeah.
So there's blowback.
Beta, I gotta know. I'm gonna put you on the spot, but I gotta know. What do you classify that cripple fuck right there?
What do I classify? What do I classify ZKG?
Yeah.
Z. So Z doesn't produce content per se that is dramatic. He's doing his round robin CCs.
Yeah.
And he's just fun to poke at, and
I'm perfectly fine with it. It's I think so if we really tore some things down, or at least looked at it a little bit more with like a microscope in terms of what the community is and the fact that they're so vocal about all kinds of shit. I wish Scopely would understand it as the community's pissed because they want the game to succeed under, they don't know it, but that's probably a majority of the thing. We want the game to succeed because we like playing the game. And that's what obviously the game has evolved over 8 years. The first 4 years there was a lot of grind, but there was always less characters, so you had less to use. Now you have an abundance of it, and I don't know why they don't. They get scared of the community when they bitch, but they should go, okay, if they're bitching, that means somebody's caring. If they're going to bitch, they would bitch and leave, and then you wouldn't hear it again. But you keep hearing it over and over because the sentiment
But it could be about the toxicity of the bitching, because there's like adults and there's immature teenagers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Adults,
well, yeah.
they have a critique they'll lay it out and they'll say it in a manner that isn't like personally insulting. Whereas sometimes like the immature critiques, they enjoy it and they like the game too, but they don't know how to communicate for shit.
No, they
no,
don't.
Bill was
And
like, talking about me.
This shit sucks. X is terrible. Y is atrocious, and Z is fucking malicious. But they won't actually like try to give feedback on how to change it. So it's kind of like you got to tune them out, like the immature negative shit.
So there's two comments I would articulate to emphasize your point. One is there's a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say there's a lot, but a lot of the louder voices in the community are that immature, non-business experience kind of people. They don't understand. And so when they get frustrated, and I understand the frustrations, but instead of trying to work it out, they immediately do this 0 to 10. They go from being frustrated to basically saying we need to boycott, we need a spending strike. And what cracks me up is a lot of times it's the free to play is asking the spenders to do a spending strike on their behalf, and it's like, you know, you have to understand, it's not that the Krakens or the spenders don't have issues with the game, but you're asking them to strike on your behalf when they don't see that same issue, right? And you can't do spending strikes anyway, right? Because you're not going to, you know, ZKG has a certain community he draws in. Mobile has a community he draws in. There is some overlap between the two. But, you know, and Reddit has a small portion of the community, and Facebook an even smaller portion. But there's a large portion of this player base that doesn't subscribe to any social communications. And so to really facilitate something like that, which is really a nuclear option, there's no way to communicate to get enough people to participate in something like that that's going to have any sort of impact, number one. Number two, it's a nuclear option. It's not a business to business relationship kind of thing. So by doing that, you're not starting out the conversation with Scopely in a, hey, we have concerns, we need to work together, see if we can't work, you know, to make this better for the community. You're basically throwing a confrontational position to them. You know, you guys fucked this up, you need to get here and fix this, or we're doing, you know, and that never works well. You might get a little concession, but then there's toxicity between the two parties, right? And so it's not
lasting effects.
Right, exactly. So that's one thing. And then the other thing that I was going to mention was, you were talking about feedback and how they do it. Sometimes the feedback isn't really taking into account the whole player base either, and that's the complexity of why I wouldn't want their jobs of trying to balance this out. But I know for a fact, as an example, and Z can talk about this more, when we've done in the past play tests on new teams coming out, for example, sometimes the envoys would get access to characters, but they weren't fully built. You know, and it might be a 3 or 4 star character. And I remember very vividly at one story a long time ago when Spider Society was coming to the game. The envoys got to test it. We got to test it on the player council. And Scopely was reaching out back to us saying, are you guys feeling like this team is underpowered? Because we're hearing from a particular envoy who's not currently in this chat that they need to be buffed. Well, when we found out, it was because the envoys were having an opportunity to play test them, and they were like 4 yellow, 3 red, or something like that. I'm like, well, but okay, you're either not doing a service to the envoys by letting them fully test it, number one, or you should be expecting to get this crappy feedback because we're testing them fully built, and they don't over buff them right now. And can you imagine if they had buffed them up anymore when the raid room came to CC and we had, right? So we were the voice of rationalization to say, don't do that. And so there's been instances where I don't think they've managed it very well. I can give you one other quick example, which was, and this is a classic example of the drama coming out too. There was a change coming to the game, a new game feature coming that Mobile, I remember when he was talking about, is like, if this comes out, this is going to be really, really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad.
OP? Are you talking about OP?
No, way before that. Way before that.
Okay.
It was a new tower coming. It was the Kiln Tower, if I remember right. And we had met with Scopely, got a preview of it, gave them our feedback before the envoys had a chance to do that. And when they first were talking about bringing that to the game, they were going to have it gated based on star level, right? So you would have to have 7 yellows to do the levels. And our immediate feedback to him, because Scroll had just come out at that time too, and nobody could have Scroll for more than like 3 or 4 yellows at that point. The immediate feedback we gave him was, why are you hard gating this? This is stupid. You should let the difficulty of the levels dictate how far people can get and not hard gate them being able to attempt the levels. And by doing that, then people could use Scroll, because you kind of needed Scroll at the end levels to be able to get through some of that stuff. What people don't understand is when we gave him that feedback, you know what Scopely's response to us was, yeah, you're right, makes sense, we'll totally not do that. Then the problem was, then they gave the envoys a playtest of it and did not tell them that that requirement was going away. So the envoys understandably were like, well, this is fucked because this new mode's going to come out and people are going to be barricaded from being able to do it, blah, blah, blah. And we're scratching our head going, but we already worked it out. They said they were going to remove that. But unfortunately, they didn't tell the envoys. And so that's on them, right?
I would think in testing, though, you can't give people bad perspective. Like, say, like for instance, what you said, the 3 red star, 4 yellow. Because if a character needs to be like, just for instance, say 7 red, 7 yellow, to get an idea of their actual capability, you got to actually give that to the test group so they actually can see what a juiced up tune is. Like to see what they can actually, how they can actually interact in the meta.
Yeah, I think actually what you do is you give them both. You give them the bare minimum one and allow them to see what the issues might be, and then you give them the resources to allow them to upgrade it, and then they can kind of get a better sense about at what point does this become viable, at what point does it become overpowered, so to speak, and you allow them to go through that path as opposed to just giving them the bare bones and letting them feel pissed that it's not accomplishing what you believe it should.
Well, that's...
but I would rather them give the full built character if they're not going to do that, right? Because I just don't think that you're getting a good perspective if you don't. But so yeah, I mean, we could talk all day about some of these missteps that they've done. You know, I don't think I'm not in the envoy calls, so I don't know what they're like. I've heard things. I don't think that program is essentially heat up the best either. I think it's probably gotten a little better in terms of communications from what I've heard. But I know to Richter's point about when Cerebro was there, I was shocked to find out. I don't think you were an envoy back then. I don't remember, but when Cerebro basically laid down the law and said submit your questions in advance and we're not allowed to do questions on the calls, that puzzled the hell out of us because that was not at all and never has been the way that we had our meetings with them. And that's basically somebody, in my opinion, that's very inexperienced trying to maintain control. So,
well, I came right after he was on, so once he was gone already, they let me into the program, and it was like a totally different atmosphere because they were letting some of them go, and then the switch hit, and then RJ showed up. And so my experience was starting with RJ and a few others there, and I got other envoys going like, this is really different because before we couldn't say shit, but he's telling us, hey, speak the fuck up because if you don't, we don't know. And everybody was just like, how do we? Well, fuck it, I'll ask questions. I don't give a fuck. I'm new here. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because in a sense they were traumatized by what had been established before.
Yeah, it was very from what they told me, it was very, very like they had a really controlled call where nothing was really, you know, it was basically an information alert. So you could have just there was no reason for the call really. You could have sent all this shit out in an email and it'd be the same fucking thing. It's just somebody wanted a meeting to have a meeting, and it's like, well, kind of a waste. We don't really. We're just envoys. We're here to relay the information, but you could have did the same way in an email. No point.
Yeah, well, and the other problem that I kind of had, I tried to lay this out a long time ago with them too, is that the Envoy program is essentially an extension, a marketing extension for the company, right? It's you guys get earlier access to content for your streams of information that you can share as a way to help you grow your audiences. It was, I think, and it's not like you don't play the game, and it's not like you don't have some valid input, but I could argue some of the others don't. The problem is that the problem is, in my opinion, again, a lot of this is I'm qualifying as this is my opinion, is that everybody always will kind of give feedback based on their own personal situation. I don't think a lot of the envoys in general are able to see out holistically across the whole community. This is why it was important for us when we were doing the player council to make sure we had representation from all levels of gameplay and spend, was because like at that time I couldn't relate to some of the things that the free-to-play players were experiencing. In fact, we had a player that really helped me to understand early on how they were falling behind and just keeping up with their alliance, and I got a better appreciation for that. And so I think it's really difficult, and when you have certain envoys who maybe had to pivot from spending to less spending, and their perspective is changing, I still don't feel like they're holistically looking out at all levels. They're going to look at what's going to keep them playing the game the longest,
Or inherent like self-bias.
Yeah, and so I think that's part of the challenge. So
Anyway, I'm off for the night, and I'm gonna say fuck you, Fly.
All right, Tracker. Good night, man.
Love you too, buddy. See you, Tracker.
I mean, I could speculate on some of that, Lord Richter, but I know more than I should. As for like, I do see where some envoys are very, very nuanced. They stick to just what they are, and some of them really want to help out others, but it's more. The Envoy program is pushing. The Envoy program is pushing. Thanks, DNA, for the raid. They are pushing the Envoy program to be more of I mean, from the time I started to the time now, there's more. They do communicate a lot more. They do give us. Obviously, they're still restructuring and shit, but we do get access to these characters. However, we don't get them. We don't get them as early as I think we should, so we could test them before they're even out. Like we tested Daring Warriors while they were basically fucking what's his face? Speed, whatever the fuck. Who's the first one? Thrasher here. Thrasher. He was already out. We were testing him earlier in the week, and we told them this ain't going great for Crucible, and it's a Crucible fucking team. So you probably should fix this shit because something's up.
And then of course he comes out and his kit is exactly 100% backwards from what it's supposed to be doing.
But
no, I mean,
I like the kits now. If you notice, there's not going to be there really hasn't been more pushing towards, hey, we need to stop speed, we need to stop speed bar. They tried doing it with Champions and what was the other one? Oh, well, Retcon, really.
Retcon.
And nobody wants to fuck with them because they're like, they don't do anything, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, don't get me going on Retcon. It just cracks me up that Retcon comes out after all this time and immediately the community finds a pre-Ares meta that can beat it.
Yeah, that was
the premier war defense that now Illuminati Odin can beat,
I thought it was hilarious. Well, the consensus was you guys are somebody's full of shit. And then they go, no. There's some people in some top alliances, or at least people who know the game, and I kind of already knew they were referencing you. But I'm like, somebody's going to figure it out that, okay, they're using who to get around Retcon? This is some bullshit. Okay, and
Oh,
then
it cracks me up now. Yeah, you could do it with Illuminati Ares too. Yeah, it cracks me up now that they're like, okay, well, we closed that hole off, but guess what? We've got Asgardian with Odin that can beat it now.
which
On auto. On auto. That's the thing that cracks me
Oh,
up.
that's
yeah, do you see? But that's the okay. So beforehand, when like a new team came out, maybe a year or 2 years ago, at least from when I was actually like paying attention fully to the game for like what happens when a team comes out, it would take the community maybe about a week, maybe 2 weeks to finally go, hey, the whole team's out. Oh shit, they're going to be used either in War, Crucible, or Arena, and be like, okay, it's going to take them a minute to figure out a few variations. And that's what it was. And Retcon wasn't out for that damn long, and then poof, you got a pre-Ares meta killing them.
Yep.
And
Yep.
everybody's just like, well, should that have happened? No. Well, then maybe you should grab like 5 or 6 players that will religiously play the fucking game. They're not worried about meetings and quotas and other shit. They're just going to be playing the game with this, and they can find this out and let you know, like, hey, maybe you should stop fucking, I don't know, Vol from being on this fucking thing or something. Something to just say, hey, Retcon is new, and Asgardians aren't holding up. It's not going to happen. But
Yeah.
they do. Illuminati. Oh shit, Illuminati. Get the fuck out of here. War. Get the fuck. Well, they did it. This is some crazy
Yeah, I don't
shit.
know if you've seen this. I can't remember if I shared it in here or not, but I put this together. We were doing an exercise of just trying to figure out when the various stat changes have happened, right?
Mhm.
And so to me, as you look at that, the fact that a stats 4.0 team is being beaten by a stats 2.0 team, granted it has Odin in it, but still, something is really wrong.
Yeah, I would give it'd be more like I would give it anybody in stat 3 could potentially take stat 4, and it's kind of like maybe a 95 to 5% chance it happens. 95% of the time you're getting your ass beat, but that 5%, oh shit, RNG must have happened, and unless it's a specific call out, they get that one win, but every other time they lose. Okay. But from stat 2.0, that shouldn't even happen. There should be no rare occurrence. If it is a rare occurrence, it's 1 in a million, but every other time everybody's going, don't do it. You're just going to waste a fucking hit. There's no point.
Well, the thing that was funny to me was when I was bringing it up to them, because I'm not in the council anymore, but I was talking to somebody there recently about the Asgardians version. The response I got was, well, as Jeff gets more built, that's not going to work anymore. And I'm like, you do realize 5 Diamond Odins are coming out like in a day, right? You know, and I recorded a video of the fight because literally the Asgardians are basically cannon fodder, right? They're just buying you enough time to get to Odin's turn, and then you just hit auto. And it's not like there's strategy involved. That's the thing that kills me about it. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to share, which I don't, you know, you've got a small group on tonight because this is really silly that we're up at 4 a.m. But
hey, some of us are working.
Okay, all right. The other complication that I don't know that the community understands is a completely different subject, but it's when people talk about, well, I don't understand why this character's on this team. It's not following the lore, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think people understand or appreciate the fact that Marvel is knee deep up their asses about what they're doing also. And so when they're bringing out characters, when they're building kits, when they're doing the artwork, you know, Marvel is the overlord here. And so they have final say in, you know, what does this character look like? What does their kit do? What team are they on? And so as much as, you know, Scopely might have some other idea in mind, they can't always do what they want. It's subject to Marvel's approval. And that's why they loved being able to get approval to do things like Kestrel and Weaver and now Eclipse, I guess, which are, you know, they're unique ones. But
Well, I mean,
Okay,
So-
but Beta,
now I
you gotta,
understand.
Beta, you gotta agree. The fact that fucking Asgardians have no synergy with Odin is insane. He's a fucking Asgardian.
I bitched about it. I just it doesn't
Hey,
make any
you're-
sense to
you're
me.
talking you're talking to the guy who waited 4 years for his namesake character to come to the game,
Yeah, that's true.
and when he finally did, he had a very short shelf life.
Oh, that shelf
Yeah,
life.
that
I don't
is
know if it,
true.
I think short was an overstatement. That was so. It wasn't Web Warrior quick, but it was pretty damn quick. And it's like,
It
no,
was.
this
You know,
doesn't make sense.
you know what cracked me up though? Speaking of that subject, so I think it was he came out literally right after Dark Dimension 6, and since I was first through 6 and 7, you know, it used to be from about Dark Dimension 1 through 7, I believe. Whoever was first through got to get one upgrade on a character that they wanted, and then it was they could pick out character shards to give to the community. Some dumbass, I think it was on Reddit, I can't remember where, was like, the only reason that my namesake character came to the game was because I finished Dark Dimension 6. That Scopely quickly scrambled in a day and developed the kit, the artwork, the character in game, all of the stuff. And I'm like, seriously, you guys actually think that they could put it together that fast?
That
Give me a
says
break.
Reddit's a fucking cesspool.
They like it takes them like 6 months for this shit to happen, and
It does.
that's even if Marvel says yes.
Exactly.
If Marvel says no, we ain't getting that shit. And I kind of figured, I knew why they weren't gonna do, like, okay, so Thunderbolts, the movie's coming out, and we got Thunderbolts coming for the game. We're going like, these motherfuckers look different. Don't know why, but these motherfuckers look different. Could we at least give them the tag? Who gives a fuck if you build them up anyway? But just give them the tag. It would be great, because hey, you guys got some promotion with it, but you don't really have them to get. You got Winter Soldier and fucking what's his face, U.S. Agent on these things, but they're not there. So it's like, okay, but the reason why, because we didn't know it at the time. Hey, a couple of those assholes are going to be on Winter Guard, so they're not going to get the tag. And we're like, well, you could have just said that up front. We would have just shut the fuck up and just said nothing with it. I would rather have them do it, but Marvel's the big one right on top. If Marvel says no, it's not fucking happening. And
Yep. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that because it's funny. I asked one of them if they would come on a stream once and just kind of talk a little bit about what it's like to work with Marvel, and they didn't want to do it because they're afraid that they didn't want to say anything negative, because they had shared with me that of all the other companies that they've worked with in the past in their career, Marvel's the most complicated to work with. And I'm like, but you can come on and talk about it. Talk about, how do you go from concept to creation, and so they're just so reluctant to do that kind of stuff. But
yeah, they've asked us. They were like, if you want to talk to somebody about certain things, yes. However, got to get approved by Big Daddy. So I'm like, well, probably not going to happen for me. So I'm not going to fucking say. I'm not going to fucking do it. And I know that whole debacle with Taco and just having Cerebro on, and how really, really PG everything had to be, like, on point, like, shit. There was just so much talk on the back end between, like, me, Bendy, and it was like 2 or 3 other fucking mods in there, and then we're just like, fuck him. He's gonna say something stupid, ban his ass, get him the fuck out of there. And we're like, well, if Marvel's watching this, we want to make sure at least gets the best of it. But on my side, I know I would go off. I would probably go off the edge. There'd be no point.
My favorite one with him was, like I said earlier, I had been lobbying them for a couple of years, and then when we finally got Sevi and Evdog involved, and were able to get their focus and attention and agreement to have a players council, there was an interview Run 7 did with Cerebro about what's your thoughts about having a players council now. The funny thing was when I'd first met with Cerebro and others 2 years before that, they were all shaking their head about, this is a really good idea, we should do that. And Cerebro kept cutting them off, including people that he worked for, saying, oh, well, that's in my charter to make happen. And of course, 2 years goes by and he didn't do jack shit with it. But anyway, so now he's in this Run 7 interview and Run's like, what do you think about this? And oh my God, was he so freaking guarded in what he was trying to politically say, because basically he was not happy that this came to fruition because he didn't make it happen. And actually, I saved that little clip somewhere, but yeah. Yes, Richter, you're right. Savvy took an incredible amount of bullshit from the community. We all did in a lot of ways. My favorite one was such a stupid comment. So clearly, I'm involved in the Players Council and the movement because, I don't actually want to play the game. I'm just doing this because I care about the community only, right? And so when I completed my Dark Dimension 7 run, there was literally somebody who said, I'm terrible. I cannot be a good representative of the community because I obviously am a shill for them by running through Dark Dimension 7 so quickly. It's like, oh, okay, so let me get this straight. I'm not paid to do the council work. We put enormous amounts of time in putting that together, managing the movement, working with Scopely every week, week in and week out, managing the people on the council, running the elections and all this stuff. And I'm not supposed to actually play the game? Like actually not try to play the game or, so.
You know what? Okay. At first, when I heard about the Players Council being created and stuff like that, I'm going, all right, it's probably going to be 3.0 over the last 2 fucking runs that they tried, and nothing came of it. There's some people that tried, they got some of their stuff, but not really. Scopely's not going to pay attention. But then...
Because they never wanted to do a council. Those guys just wanted to do the nuclear option and get some concessions, and that was, and then that was the end of it,
Yeah, but then you guys came along and the council's actually forming. They're starting to set shit up, and people are just like, why are they doing this? Well, one, Scopely's a business, and they're only going to listen to the some professional business side of this. Granted, yes, a 44-page document about some shit that needs to happen. You know what? I'm all for it, because obviously Scopely wasn't listening the first 2 fucking times, and that was basically just a sticky note and some shit. This one, they actually have something out. They planned it. They took time. You guys were talking to them more than the envoys were. Like, you guys were there every fucking week. Sometimes they didn't even talk to us at that first couple things. They'd just be like, okay, here's the blog. See you, bye. Unless there was something really fucked up with the game, I didn't see much talking between the envoys and that. And then within about the 3rd or 4th month, I don't know, it just did like a fucking 180 and was like, boom. They're contacting us the whole time. They're telling us stuff. Okay, the Players Council got this. You guys got that. Here's the next schedule. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh well, shit. This is kind of nice. This is great. I wasn't expecting it, but I would say, and I don't give a fuck if y'all throw me under the bus for it, but the Players Council did exactly what they set out to do to a point. They got their voices heard. The Players Council was heard at least once or twice a week, or however long, or however they contacted with. I finally met a couple of them. They're pretty fucking passionate about the game because they fucking play the game.
There's some great people that have been on the council. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the couple of the 2 or 3 I met out of the last week or whatever. If you could talk to a few, see who was there, and see which ones were having some fun on that call, like, holy shit, god damn it! But there wasn't like
they worked
you shouldn't have said
off too.
But I understand both sides of it, and the Players Council, this version worked, and it should stay, because I don't know too many other games that'll even contemplate it. They just be like, nah, fuck y'all, we're good. We're just gonna stick with the game. As long as it's making money, we'll stick with the game. But Scopely actually took it. So
Well, and so for me, I have a tech background. That's what I spent my career doing, and it's not unusual for us to have what we called customer councils. And the whole purpose
Which
of that
chat
was,
gives
you know,
MSF
you take
advice, like they
it's a
got
little
banned
different
from
in that
Alloy
world. You
servers and
take
now
key
cosplays
customers
game
from different
devs for remote
segments, maybe
based.
out of the medical world, out of education, out of government, out of whatever. And then you would usually give them earlier access to new products that you're working on, product roadmaps. And that way you can get some input from those customers to help shape your products. And that was what I told when we were putting together that 40 plus page ridiculous document. The intention of that, as I told Savvy and Ev at the time, was if the only thing that we get out of that exercise is an agreement to have a players council, it's a victory. Because everything else that's in that document can be addressed on the weekly basis. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. You know, we met some great people at Scopely. You know, I know people are frustrated with the company, and there are some idiots that work there. Decimal Point Jeff comes to mind, but
Hey, what the fuck did I do?
I like Jeff though.
but
I like
but
Jeff.
you know, the experience in working with the guys that are in charge of wars and character kits and stuff like that, there's some very passionate, caring people that want to do the right stuff. Somehow it sometimes doesn't always translate well to when it comes into the game, but it's they're not stupid, and they're not trying to screw over the players. You know, it's just I can't explain away the bugs and other stuff that at this point we shouldn't be dealing with, but you know, there's always bugs in everything. And I joking, you've seen me say it before. Thank God these guys don't create medical software. So
Yeah, I'd definitely not attend that fucking. I'd be like, nah, I'm straight. I'd rather go to the hood. At least they're somewhat competent. I do not need you guys creating medical software. 'Cause I'm fucked. I might as well just go in there and say, you know what, pull the plug. That's it.
what's sad though, a sad reflection on communities in general, is that as much as we met with, and I think you guys have had an opportunity to meet with them lately from what I heard, but as much as we met with these different people, we always wanted to meet with the economy people. And I didn't want to get into, you know, understanding their revenue models, because that's their business, right? It's their company.
Yeah.
They have to figure out that stuff. But we did want to talk to them about, you know, you had to have built models. You know, a free-to-play player should have this kind of trajectory, and Lightspinner this and so forth. And during the time that I were there, none of them would meet with us because they were so afraid of the death threats that they've had from players in the past. And it's just an unfortunate reflection on society today that people in a mobile game who are frustrated because they don't like something the company's doing or whatever feel compelled to threaten the health and welfare of another person. It's just so
Are
wrong.
you serious, Beta?
I wouldn't do that.
This is
Yeah,
I tell him to
Death
fuck off,
threats
but I
over a
wouldn't
fucking
threaten
key.
death threat him.
All right, okay. At the most, I'd run over some feet. That's about it. I'd roll over a few toes. That's about it, the extent of it. And that's even if I saw fuckers in person, which doesn't happen. I live on the other side of the fucking country compared to them. But there's no reason to death threat somebody unless they took like a shitload of my money and didn't give me, you know, if I bought something here or I bought a whole bunch of stuff but I never got access to it, I'd see me getting frustrated. I'd sue them, but there's no point in a fucking death threat unless.
No,
But
none whatsoever.
But that's not going to be the people designing game economies. That's going to be you're pissy at somebody in customer support.
Right. But
So, anyway.
That's
But you're
just
gonna risk going
way
to jail over digital currency
True.
in a digital game. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. I would.
Oh, Daisy, you're drawing while I jumped out. What's up, Daisy?
I think it's more the. It does fall in the. I could say whatever the fuck I want to behind either a computer or a piece of paper, saying it to somebody.
Yeah.
Then
Mm-hmm.
coming up front and doing it in person, which I do love.
Online gangsters.
Seeing those every now and then. When they finally show up in person and get knocked the fuck out, they're wondering like, how the fuck did that happen? Well, you fucked around and found out. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being a death threaty thing. It's more of a hey, if the game's not going in the direction I would like it to, or it's not going, I'm frustrated as shit. I'm out. I'll go find something else. But Death Threat is over it. No, there'd be one reason and one reason only that there'd be a death threat that would come out. You fuck with one of my girls. You fuck with one of my girls. That's the only reason I'd contemplate something bad would happen.
Yep.
Other than that, there's no reason to be like, let me go kill you because of the game.
Yeah,
the game is going
I'm gonna
bad.
kill a
I need
motherfucker.
to.
You
Yeah,
fuck with my girls.
no, there's nothing for a digital game. Even if it was in like an arcade game back in the day where you actually were face to face with the opponent of something, there's no reason. I'm not going, hey, you're gonna die. No, you're gonna die in Mortal Kombat, bro. When we start this shit, put your quarter in and let's go. That's it. But
Well, I mean, like me being a war vet, like I just don't get that. Like, because it's like, okay, there's an excuse and a justification to do something like that in extreme scenario or circumstance. But because you're mad about a game that you play for entertainment, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Well, that's the world we live in now. We live in the world of online gangsters who are so fucking sensitive. They could, like me and Z always talk about, we're Generation X, okay? We grew up when computers started coming out. We grew up drinking out of water hose. We were, we stayed home by ourselves because our parents were working. We're the fucking ones you don't fuck with. Just leave us the fuck alone. We're gonna be quiet. We're gonna go sit in the corner. You don't want to stir us up.
Like I'm either the last year of X or the first year of Y, but like I don't get it, because like when you acted wrong when we were all when the three of us were growing up, you would get your ass handed to you.
Yep.
And you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
It wasn't brutal, wasn't rough. It was when it was warranted. You had to be shown what was up.
So, Mug, first of all, thank you for your service.
Oh, no biggie.
Secondly, I want to share two quick stories. One is I had when I used to lead an alliance a few years ago, I had moved on to lead a different alliance, and one of my old alliance mates was a veteran that had suffered from PTSD. And we would have conversations late into the night. Really nice guy. He was a stay-at-home dad because of his PTSD. He would get some extreme migraines during the day and would have to just have some quiet time for hours on end and stuff. But got to know him really well. Super nice guy. And I had moved on, and then he wanted to move on to another alliance, and he had pinged me on this one night and said, hey, could I help him find another alliance? I said, sure, let's talk tomorrow. And I found out the next day that he had a seizure and passed away.
Oh, that sucks.
And I kept my DMs with him open for probably 3 years. I just couldn't shut it. Just felt so horrible about it. His son popped in to let us know what had happened and all that. So throughout, my point in all that was just that there are touching stories of people that you do run into this community. So as much as we talk about the toxicity, which is what I'm going to get to in a second here, there are also some gleaming lights of hope and stuff that you run into. But what I wanted to share was there was another situation, and when I was leading an alliance where, I do think people take the trolling too far at times. Trolling's not my thing unless it's WAPO. Then of course I have fun doing it. But that's because he started it, and the thing is, we know each other, right? And
you have a rapport built up.
Yeah, we have a rapport, and it was funny, and there wasn't a lot going on in the game at that time too, so I guess it became newsworthy. Anyway, the problem is that I had a player in an alliance that had no filter, and he made a gay reference joke on another player who apparently was very homophobic, and that other player got pissed about it and basically physically was threatening the other player. I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to find out where you work, and I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to kick your ass, that kind of stuff. And as a leader, I was like, do I do something about this? What should I do about it? Whatever. And so I happened to know, because he had shared his information with, sometimes players share, here's my phone number, whatever. And so as a leader, I'm like, do I take this threat seriously? And so I looked up that player and found out he actually had felony assault convictions in life. And so I was like, shit, I probably need to kind of head this off somehow. And as a result of that player got pissed at me and started to dox me and dox the other player, and actually was threatening to show up. He found out where he lived. And so there are people, you talk about keyboard warriors, there are absolutely people that hide behind the keyboard, and there are those that take it too far.
I'm one for taking the First Amendment. I have no problem with what you're saying. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's not going to get under my skin. However, if you decide to come towards my house, there is the Second Amendment that comes right after that. You want to test it out, go right the fuck ahead. But keep your shit there. And I'll give it with Lord Richter. Trolling positive shit about, whatever, Gamma Apox, some dumb shit in the game. That's a I don't think it's trolling. It's hilarious. We're poking fun at the game. So it's not really trolling because you're not really hurting anybody. But go ahead, troll the game. Right. But once you start trolling people and stuff like that, you could, and it might not be a big chance, but you could catch somebody on the wrong day, at the wrong time, at just the wrong moment,
and they
where
could just take off.
Yep, and then it could go just wrong. And then, sure, you might not think nothing of it, but then you got the whole beta situation where they're gonna dox you. Fuck you, Crow. I don't need no goddamn Asian cake. It's too early for this shit. But it's I don't see it being. I guess I just have that much of a thick skin where nothing's gonna really bother me.
You're lying.
And my view on it, my view on it is
good nature.
My view on it is, you and I kind of have a relationship. I have no problem with you poking at me. I can poke at you. It's harmless, right?
Yeah.
What I don't understand is two things. One is, if you're going to troll somebody, expect it to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so the people that troll and then get pissy when someone trolls them back, that's like, dude, you opened yourself up. You need to be able to take it. Number one. And number two, what I just don't understand, and I'm older and old-fashioned a little bit, is I just don't think everybody is free game either. If I've got a friendship with you and we want to troll each other, that's fine. But just trolling anybody and everybody because they're somebody you've heard of or know or whatever, I just, that's a part I don't.
There's a lot of nuance in it, but I think it really delves into how well do you know the person. Like, if I barely know somebody, I might make a joke or a light crack at them to see how they play it off of, but I'm not going to go for something that goes like straight up offensive.
Yeah.
Because you could, like what Zero said, you could catch somebody on the wrong day.
Yeah.
Like, you
100%.
could make a half-hearted joke about somebody's mom. Well, they just found out they had cancer that day.
Yep.
And they could take it serious.
Yeah.
Well, the disclaimer
like,
here for
like
this
that.
channel is, hey, there's really nothing you could say. You should know coming in here. It's gonna be rated R or whatever you want to continue it. Somebody's gonna make fun of you in some way, shape, or form. If you can't handle it, then just be silent or don't say nothing. It might happen here. However, it's not personal. It's not like, hey, let's beat you down. It's more of, hey, we're just talking shit. That's it. There's no really negative thing going towards it. Hey, Fetty and Herb go at it. Sometimes they get mad at each other with it, but hey, we know it's not going to happen in real life where Fetty's going to go, hey, fuck you, let me just beat his ass. It'll never happen.
Well,
it's just
the example that Richter gave, that was like, that crossed the line, at least in my eyes, because like, it's one thing if you're joking around, oh yeah, I'll smack you. It's another thing. Oh, I found out where you live, motherfucker. I'm gonna come get you.
Yeah,
That
once it gets to
is
that
serious.
point.
To me, at that point, that's serious business because you don't. Maybe they are like that, and they could, but that's a good way to catch a shotgun blast.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
You
are
know,
serious?
like,
So I should stop telling Herb that Nat's gonna come hunting down.
Okay,
goodness.
I'm just saying this out loud just because it's hilarious if you read it. But so Dacier put shit back in the day. I found out my mom slept with half of the people who played Halo and Call of Duty.
So
Wow.
look, here's a good example. So DNA just commented about
Yeah.
getting into an argument with Ceci. So Ceci is actually a very good friend of mine, and former alliance mate, and he and I will banter about a little bit with each other, but he's a great example, not to pick on him, but just use him as an example here, of he's not exactly in tune with who he's trolling. And sometimes he'll take it too far, too quickly on some people. And one of these days it's going to bite him in the ass, unfortunately. I don't have that problem with him because, again, we have the relationship. But the funny story is when I first joined Sex Panthers, when I was in there was another player in there, and he and Sassy would just troll negatively towards each other massively. I mean, it was like toxic until I realized they were actually friends, and that was just the way they talk.
Okay,
yeah, well,
the amount of shit I get from
Ceci.
Ceci, I mean, like, just the messages he'll send me or whatever he creates out of AI or whatever. If he sent it to another person that was probably in a wheelchair and they maybe didn't have that, just, hey, you could send me whatever you want, they'd be like, this is some crazy shit. I'm going to report this motherfucker. But I've never, I don't mind it. Ceci just says whatever the fuck. I guess that's
there's no filter.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
There's
and,
no
and
there's no
like,
filter with them. But I don't find it offensive at all because I know that I'm more than likely gonna say something back either at that level or I'm gonna try to top it and then we just go back at each other with it. But that's our rapport. I have a similar thing with with a couple of my cousins. We really go in on each other, and if you just came into the conversation, you'd look at it and go, oh my god, you fuckers are probably gonna fight or shoot each other. It could be that intense, but shit. We did have
But
this
there's
where one of my
background
aunts
with
jumped
that,
in. One of
though.
my aunts jumped in the conversation and we're like, what are you doing? This has nothing to do with you.
But
This-
there's
nothing to do with
background
you.
with that situation, though. It was a family member that they've known each other for 20 plus years.
Yep.
And also, like, our generation, like, I mean, I remember in middle school, one of my friends, he was Italian and the other kid was mulatto. The shit they would say to each other when we were in the neighborhood just fucking around being kids. If a neighbor was walking the dog and they heard what they were saying to each other, they'd be like revolted.
Yep.
But they didn't hate each other, they were friends.
Yep.
You know, so like I think that is kind of generational based. Like with people under 30, let's say, I won't
It is-
go in
yeah.
on them too hard
Yeah,
because
it's
they
definitely
aren't
different.
used to like Gen X, Gen Y pleasantries.
Oh no, we got Darth
Sorry.
pretty good over here.
Oh,
He
we got
seems to be able
Darth.
to-
Yeah, I was gonna say
Darth
Darth
is pretty good.
handles our shit. Yeah, he takes as good as
He
he
takes
gives.
it. He fucking gives it too. So he's pretty. He's maybe one of the. He's probably in that percentage of. He's the exception because he's able to take it and not and dish it out and just keep on coming. Where, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Flint couldn't take a fucking just. Hey, bro, we're just fucking ragging on you for a second. That's all
Well,
they're
that-
doing.
okay,
And then he.
Hashtag Ben Flint.
Yeah.
So first of all, Flint's in a whole different world by himself. So there's concerns there in terms of you're dealing with a teenager, first of all, and secondly, one who doesn't understand boundaries, right? And so that's one concern. I did want to comment real quick to DNA. Ceci actually is really hard to offend. So if one of
Say
the
what you
problems,
want.
one of the problems with chat versus live conversation like we're having right now is when it's written words, people take it literal, and you don't get the nuances of my tone, my inflection, maybe a little giggle that I say at the end of it or whatever. And so I bet you if DNA and Ceci actually got into a voice chat together, they would
Yeah.
absolutely have fun playing back and forth with each other on the teasing. But what I wanted to get back to was oh shit, I got off track on the DNA one.
That's all right. Listen, I'll fill this in. Yeah. Hey, Walt Smiley.
No.
Yeah, that cripple fucks in a wheelchair.
Yeah, so that's actually, thank you. You
knows.
just reminded me. You
He
just reminded me
knows.
of what it was. When I first started watching Z, I'm old fashioned. I'm very sensitive about people's conditions, and I would see Taco tease Z about being in a
Oh,
wheelchair, and I was
fuck.
aghast. I was aghast by it. But then when I saw Z just plays along with it, I was like, wow, this guy's really got a great attitude, and it's playful and it's fun. And I remember the first time when we were joking about you being the next Spider-Man, 911.
That was awesome.
And I realized that, you know, Z's got such a great attitude about this stuff, and so it was just kind of fun. But there's an established rapport and relationship, and you can do that stuff. To me, it's just way different if it's somebody that you've never talked to before, you know?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, DNA, if you had a chance, like, okay, if the same shit Ceci was telling you, and let's say Beta was saying it, and if you heard it from his voice right now, the same shit, it'd be something totally different, because there's no tone, that you can't feel the inflection of it. When you talk to Ceci in person, and you're still having that part, you can kind of tell that he's not really, it's not offensive, it's just the way he talks. Granted, yes,
Yeah.
he doesn't know when to stop, but there's no like, oh my god, I'm very serious about it. He's just making a joke, but he could keep it going until I've just learned to just shut the fuck up, and then the conversation's great. And then the next day, he'll say something or whatever, and then it'll be totally different, but we could still go on in that section, but then boom, it'll cut off, and that'll be it. But speaking to him, you could understand it very well that all he's doing is talking shit. He's just joking with you. That's it. If you can go ahead and rag on him too, he'll play off of it and then just let it be. When I used to see it on, just reading it, you're going, wow, he's really
very harsh.
fucking going, like, holy shit. And then once I start talking with him, you're like, this ain't shit. This ain't nothing. This is hilarious. And
yeah,
Hey,
and that's the big
Beta.
difference I'd like to emphasize is that the written is very different than the verbal, with the exception of what Richter's writing about, which is Dwartek
Oh,
is
that's-
absolutely verbal, and he's a dick.
75%.
So that's completely different. But
yeah, he went off. I've never banned anybody out of like the first 3 or 4 years, but I had to ban him because he kept going on with some racist shit. I just got done with it, and that was it. Like, hey, get him out of here. Fuck it. Everybody knows that if you're gonna go down that route, you don't need to be here. We're not here to do some of that shit. You want to go off on somebody? There's a billion characters in the game. Go off on them, but you're not gonna bring none of that shit here. We're cutting that off.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm here to have fun with people. Let's have a blast. If we got to troll something or do something negative, there's a game. Let's throw it that way. Other than that, no. And so there's Dwartik, which is on a whole nother level, and Ceci, he can be a little rough around the edges, but he's not overly offensive, like purposefully, and he wants to just really get under your skin. He's just poking at you. Poke back, you'll be fine. And it was easier with Taco because you could just jump on a Friday call with him and just talk shit, and boom, that was
yeah,
it.
and Taco's a great example. Again, I have certain things that I was never comfortable poking at somebody about, right? But Taco's an open book about poking at himself. And Taco and I were great friends. We've had dinner together many times, and I have other gay friends, and I have one that in particular is incredibly sensitive about it, and I feel like I have to walk on eggshells around that particular person, fearful that anybody else might say something that might offend them as well. Versus Taco makes comments like you do about wheelchairs. You know?
I see no point in not. Because
No.
people get very, very. I see when people could get like. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I don't like it when, like, if me and you were, if we were out at dinner and somebody else was getting offended about the conversation we're having about me, it'd be like, why are you involved? And there's nothing being heard about me. I'm great. Stay over there. I'm good. But if you want to join in the fun, go ahead. I'll help you. I have no problem with it because there's nothing you could say or do that's going to change the fact that I'm not in a fucking wheelchair. Nothing. Unless you got a magical fucking thing that could fix my spine. Great, cool. You know what? It got offensive. They're fixing my shit. I'm out. But it's not going to happen. So I might as well have fun with it. Have a good fucking day. There's no point to be angry or negative about it because I could be at home, a fat ass on my couch eating Cheetos, not married. Shit, I could be doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I have a wonderful life. I worked for it. I'm happy with it. I just happen to be in a wheelchair. I did finally say something right on fucking what was it, Happy Hour with Taco, where I told him that, and I just took a just a fucking swing at it. Fuck it, I'll just let people know because they never see me stand up. I know motherfuckers have been saying like, hey, this motherfucker never stands up and walks away. He kind of just sits there. No shit. Well, here it is. Taco ran with it, and it just became that. And then Ceci was there too. Started making fun of it too, but talking to him versus reading it was totally different. Because you could hear him and you could understand the tone, because there's no real tone unless, I guess, if somebody puts it in all caps, and it would have to be like something racist or homophobic or some shit where you're just like, I think he's really just that way. Besides him going like, wow, you're this dumb fucker in a wheelchair that looks like he should, just roll around with a paleta cart. Like, well, you should be giving around tacos.
The best way I can put it is, I remember when my son was 11, 12, 13, something in that range, and he was trying his first attempts at what I would call adult humor. And I don't mean, porn humor. I mean, like, just trying to compete with the adults. And until you get experienced with it, there's a lot of nuances, and you can offend somebody really quickly if you don't know how you do it. And he did that. And he had to learn the hard way that, maybe he's not ready for that. And there are some people that I would say are like that as adults. And to me, he's a good friend of mine, but I think Ceci is kind of like that. There's no filter. And he likes to poke. And he's perfectly fine with you poking back. I don't know if he's ever been offended. In fact, actually, he was offended once when he offended someone else, and he was offended that he did that. So he was offended at himself. And so he felt bad about that, and he really didn't know what to do about that. But generally, as a rule, he's got a pretty thick skin, but he has no filters, and so I don't think he knows boundaries very well. And as long as you understand that and you're okay with that, then you can usually tolerate the stuff and dish it back. He had a surgery a few years ago where he had to have an ostomy bag for a while. His daughter nicknamed it Ollie, and every time I would be walking around in real life, we passed a restaurant once that was named Ollie's. I took a photo of it and sent it to him and said, hey, I see your ostomy bag now has a restaurant. That's kind of gross. And you just look for little things that you can poke at on him, and we had some fun over it. So, but
I really thought he was full of shit when he said it, and then he sent me a picture, and I was like, oh, you motherfucker. You could have just said, yes, I'm serious, I had this. But you had to show me a picture of this fucking thing. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I think we were going on for a couple of seconds with it, but he can take it. He definitely can dish it, but just know it's not. I won't say it's from a kind heart, but there's no malicious intent with it. And even if he did,
Exactly.
even if you offend him or he offends you, he's probably gonna go, oh shit, I went. It'll take him a second, but he'll go, oh shit, I think I went too far, and he'll feel bad about it. But he's never
And
felt
you know
bad.
what's
I've
funny?
never felt bad with it.
You know what's
What
funny?
Beta was?
I can name a few people that I know that if ever I was in dire situation that I could call and they would be there for me. And as unfiltered as he is, he's one that I know that if I was in SoCal and I had a flat tire and I was stuck somewhere, I could call him and he would come help me.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
Good.
what you were saying earlier, Beta, is like, so I've been with Z for about 3 years. I consider Z a great friend. I've never met him. I plan on going to Chicago and rolling him around Chicago and having some fun one of these days. But when I first, like you, when I first came here, when I first started watching, I just sat back and was like, okay, and watched what was said to him, and then, you know, got comfortable saying shit to him. And now it's like we just say whatever the fuck we want to each other, and that, you know, that's the way it is. And like Ceci, what do I always say about Ceci? I always picture Ceci as the guy from Columbiana, or that you know, what that had the scene with the sharks, and she walks in and, you know, he's got the hookers, the cocaine, walking around with the big belly and the fucking in the robe and shit. That's what I picture Ceci, and I always say that whenever he's around. So, but I can see, I do know where DNA, I can understand where you're coming from, but I agree with everybody. If y'all got into a voice chat together, I think it would probably
Clear it
heal
up.
some wounds, and then you could
It'll
fucking
it up
clear that
quick.
shit up.
It cleared up quick because he's, like I said, there's no
And-
malicious intent involved with it. It's just
And by the way, Fly, if you want to have fun pushing Z around, don't do it in Chicago. Take him to San Francisco where we have hills.
oh no, dude, I don't.
Well, no, hey,
no,
Data, you got to remember, bro.
Fuck
Wait a minute.
that.
I live in Kentucky. I can push him around some fucking mountains
Yeah,
down
I
here.
don't need-
Fuck them
yeah.
hills.
trying to stay away from anything that goes down like a 60-degree angle. I ain't getting back up from that shit. So I'm fine with like 10 or 15, but once it goes this way, fuck that. I'm out. I'm basically a rolling boulder. I'm not trying that.
Plus, I got a lot of respect for you, Beta, because living in I ain't fucking stepping foot in California. Fuck that.
California
keep
is not bad. It's
Not bad. I'm
expensive,
keep
going
my
back
ass
there
in
in a month.
hillbilly land.
Going back
but
there in a
it's
month.
not bad. Like I lived in Cali. I lived in SoCal for like 10 years, and like, I mean, the cost of living was outrageous, but like, it was a nice place. But I lived like in SoCal. I never went that far up north, but it's a fun place. But the cost of living,
Yeah.
you either gotta
Like-
make bank or rob banks to
It
afford.
was like Jersey.
Expensive.
New
out
Jersey's the same way, man. When I lived in Jersey, I could barely afford to live there.
Yeah, so I grew up in SoCal, spent most of my adult life in NorCal, and we're actually bi-coastal, so we live part of the year in NorCal, and the other part we're outside of the DC area. So,
What part is SoCal?
Orange County?
Where in Orange
Don't
County?
dox yourself, Beta.
Well, no, I don't live there anymore in Orange County. So, I
'Cause
grew up in.
I stayed at Mission Viejo and Lake
Okay.
Forest when I lived out there.
Yeah, so I went to high school in Laguna Hills.
Oh, okay. All right, you were probably about 15 minutes from where I lived.
Yeah, yeah. Our rival high school was Mission Viejo and El Toro. So.
Yeah, I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, and then I was in my 20s, and I figured I'd stay in SoCal for a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, and Z, thank you, because you fucking woke me up. DNA, bro, I was telling them when you were still on, I love you to death, but you have such a calm voice. When I started listening to you, your ass was putting me to sleep. And not that you're boring, it's just you have that calm voice, and I was trying to push through the rest of this night, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's time to get that
This
ASMR
fucking DNA is gonna make me
microphone,
go
DNA.
sleepy
Get
at
him
work.
going too. Make Fly pay
Oh,
for
shit.
every fucking vibration.
there were a couple jobs I worked where I worked nights, and I would always listen to like fast music to keep me like awake.
Well, on the weekends, DNA is my go-to to get me through the night.
Yes.
You
Oh
know,
my God.
one, because, you know, I love his long streams. He sits there with CC, plans everything out, goes, you know, make sure everything's great, and he gets me through the fucking night. That's why when I always said, and he goes too fast, I start yelling at him. I'm like, bro, you need to slow the fuck down. You know,
Yeah,
I got like
actually-
3 more hours left. Come on, buddy.
That's so funny about Bendy is absolutely the Bob Ross of
He
MSF.
is. He is.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean, like you said, Fly, it's not meant offensive at all. But you know who has a soothing voice that will put me to sleep is Ms.
Who's that?
Hyde.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
She
yeah,
does too.
She does.
Yes. Yep. Oh no, DNA, it's great because I actually learn a lot from you just by watching and listening. You know, because Z will tell you, I'm one for going in the CC and fucking pushing buttons. I don't read kits, I don't do shit.
No, he just pushes
But
buttons.
no, I
You
fucking
do a little bit of prep,
I love
but
it.
not a ton.
DNA, we don't mind that you take forever because what I do is I download the video and then I play it on 10x speed and then I can get through it in like 10 minutes.
And I miss King. I don't know where King's been, but I miss King.
He's got real life, man. Real life just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're just like, shit. Like,
Yeah, I still am waiting for the day that we get Fetty and fucking JPT in the same fucking voice with Herb. It's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna be ugly.
It'll
We
be
just have
fucking
to tell
entertaining, but
Herb
ugly.
to just be a little,
Yep.
just you know what's coming. So
Yep. Have some thick skin.
Well, I mean, outside of tonight, I
Love
generally don't talk a ton. But like, I've only been in the stream like I don't know about 2 weeks, so I don't really know people very well yet.
Well, here's my favorite thing about Z. All right, just like Z says, you need help, come in. You know, nobody except for Flint is banned from voice. You know, so you know that's the great thing about Z. If you need help, he'll do his damnedest to try and help you, and that's why I love that motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I'm very appreciative because like the past like season or two, I went from like being one of the top 2 collected powers to being the fucking bottom. And some of the teams are just, how the hell do I beat that with what I have?
Z, send the DNA King song to DNA, or send it to me and I can send it on to him. Either or. You still got it. You two still got to do a hot seat. I still want a DNA hot seat.
we gotta schedule it right so that way we can do it.
Oh, he's got lyrics with it, DNA. Oh, yes, he does.
You know, you were talking about if you were talking about CC in terms of being at the top and then a couple seasons go 5 whatever. I give a lot of credit to those that are continuing to try hard in that mode. I used to, when CC first came out, I would be in the top 10, top 5, top 3. And for me personally, I like variability. And after, I think, season 6, 7, something like that, I got so tired of getting the same people every week match up that
That's what DNA goes through.
I just decided to drop down lower and just have a little more casual approach to it. But people like Johnny and DNA and stuff that want to keep, you know, shooting for that top 10 spot, I give them a lot of kudos for wanting to put that time in. I just don't have the time for it anymore.
Well, I wasn't like the top like leaderboard or nothing, but like it was more like of all the ant-size accounts, like there'd be a range of like 8 million to like 15 million. And I was like 14 or 15 million. And then about a season and a half ago, I bumped up to where like I'm always in the bottom 2 of the 8 people in a round. And it was just like my lack of knowledge. I knew like from watching various streams, oh, I've seen that lineup, you can take this. But the only problem is, like, a lot of the content creators are all like 105 plus. So, like, in the low leagues, I don't have Super Skrull. I don't have Odin. I don't have Blue Marvel.
Mhm.
I can't just take like somebody like that and it makes a roomies.
Hmm.
We definitely pulled some stupid shit off.
We did
Listen,
pull some-
I tell you what
hey,
I
we
want.
pulled some shit
I
off
want
on
them
here.
to fix
Dude.
the Sears fucking room. I want to play the Sears room. They have fucked it up twice, but I want to play the Sears
Twice?
room.
Just twice? Really,
Shut up,
like
Darth.
4 times.
Well, and
They did.
actually, so you bring up a good point, which is I've had people ask me from time to time, why don't I produce content? And this is exactly a reason why. I don't produce content at all because I'll get nothing but feedback that says, yeah, okay, that's fine for your roster, but it doesn't help me.
Yeah.
But that
I can
that is
understand
that was the reason Dorky pushed it a lot, and I won't say the other asshole that actually did do something, but they pushed it a lot to where if we were gonna test out a team, we start out at the straight unlock. So whatever the unlock for that character was, we get them at that, which is normally 3. Give us a 3-3 and let us play the content and see if we could do it, and then after we're done with it, if we want to bring them up to 4, 5, 6, 7, so then you could kind of see what's happening with it, because obviously the playtest doesn't give any diamonds, so most people aren't going to have fucking diamonds anyway. Let us do the 3-3, see how the content works, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, should probably change this shit, because somebody's going to buy this character at 3-3 and be like, why is this happening if the kit reads this and it's not working? Don't want that to happen. But we try. And I do understand it. At first, I did go like that with like Dorky. I look at Dorky content when I was first starting going, I don't have any of those fucking teams. Like, there's no way that's happening. None. So I need some other way to figure out how to do it. And I would just watch anybody just to see if they had a variation of it. And there was variations of it maybe a couple years ago, but since they've changed their whole outlook on things now, I don't know why they don't have a few of the unlocks just like a 1-star unlock and cap it at 6.
Love that.
Play it out till you
love
get
that.
to 7. But if you want to buy a diamond or 2, sure, buy the diamonds. But once you get to that 7, boom, you got the diamond. I'm not buying a diamond, so it's going to take me a minute to get it. There's got to be a way to span out the lifespan of a character a bit longer before you go, oh shit, I'm maxed out with this person. Where's the next chase? Because the chase is really quick. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't give out a a 1 diamond for, let's say, somebody coming out. Let's say what the fuck, Eclipse. The 1 diamond should just be for spenders. That's it. Nobody else should get it. Nobody else should get it. If you want to spend for it, go ahead.
Beta.
But you should stop at 6. That's it.
Beta, why did you give him fuel for his fire? Why did you give Richter fuel for his fucking fire?
I did not say that.
I know he didn't. He just
But
it's Richter
all
being
he
Richter.
heard was
he
Gamma
heard was
APOC, and he's like, let
70,000.
me fit that shit in there somehow. Let me just go ahead and work it in. I heard Gamma APOC, and I swear he said 70,000. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna. I'm pretty sure Gamma APOC maxes out to about 15. That's it. Because there's only 2 characters that are getting.
Richter.
And Maestro don't really fucking count because he's just there. And you ain't gonna have Maestro for a long ass time. So
I wonder if they'll give him the gamma tag.
Well, like most
Oh,
of
God,
like
no.
the mythic
Oh, shit, if
style
they do, I
like
quit.
characters,
Uh,
I don't
I'm
even
saying- I'm saying
think
because
I don't even
he's a
plan on
whole,
getting them anytime soon.
But he doesn't fit into gamma at all. But he's
No,
a whole.
I know.
It's the same with like
I
no.
know.
He got the symbiote tag. He himself is his sword is a symbiote. He himself is not a symbiote. He's got a symbiote tag, and he works
So-
amazing with symbiotes. I wonder how Maestro's gonna work with Gamma if he gets the tag. maybe not all of you, but maybe like just Red Hulk and Hulk, make them somewhat more relevant characters.
Game versus
The same
world.
way Noel brought up Hive Mind. They've now become, at the time, a more troublesome team.
One thing I wanted to point out sort of dovetails back to the beginning of this conversation, which was the resource constraints, right? Which is really what started us down this whole path that we literally went 360 degrees away from.
It's been a
but one
great
of the-
conversation, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. One of the things that we got Scopely's commitment on early on was that they were going to stick to a certain character release cadence. And I know I hear often from people, they're like, oh, there's so many characters coming out, we can't keep up, and obviously the level cap has impacted things and gear tier upgrades and all that. One of the things that we put together recently, or I put together recently, was I was trying to struggle with, everybody thinks that the character cadence has changed. It actually hasn't. They've still been very consistent with that. But what we're not talking about, which needs to be brought up, is this, which is the rework cadence.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think
got
it has
load.
to be standardized? Like for every new team, it's like there's X reworks? Or like, are you talking about something else?
No, it's
Jesus.
it's really changed over the years. And this is when we talk about the impacts on the economy, this is the part that we really need to bring to light. It's like, okay, you know what? The character cadence hasn't changed. The amount of gold resources, I haven't done the math. I know people say it's gone down. I think it's gone down, or maybe it's close to what it was. I don't know. But costs have accelerated because of level increases. So it's like the real world where you've got inflation and your salary didn't change, right? Let's start with that as the baseline. So if inflation is, let's say, 5%, your salary didn't go up, you're going to feel that pinch of that 5%. But the part that's missing is this, which is the reworked characters. For me as an endgame player, reworks don't bother me because I have them already built.
Oh, I love them.
But-
Fucking
right,
love
but-
reworks.
But for the community in general, this puts additional pressure on that lack of gold resources. So the fact that
Yeah.
if you look at this, they've been consistent. I could bring up the character release one to show you as it's pretty much been 3-ish characters a month on average, month after month, year after year. That hasn't changed. But the reworks, and this is not showing you every time a character was reworked. So like Shuri was reworked twice. We only did the later one. We didn't do the original one, right? Because there's no point in dealing with that.
Yeah.
But just showing this, look at the trend line, right? We went from 4 to 17 to 20 to 28 to 43. We're already 17 reworks in for this year. That's putting immense pressure on resources for non-endgame players.
I think they look at it as, well, since they're a rework, the community probably has them at a certain point. However, let's say the community has them at like level 70, they just don't push them past G14 or something. They're just stuck there. The amount of gold that goes from 1 to 70 is shit compared to 70 to whatever the new
Correct.
max is, and they haven't
Correct.
sat there and go, hey, let's increase it a little bit more what's coming out, even though
Correct.
we're not going to give you 50 million to go ahead and max out this character right off the bat. An extra couple of million won't hurt, because then they have to choose, like, hey, I'm either beefing up Retcon or I'm taking champions. I need to decide because I only have this. Right now, it's like, I don't have shit, so I couldn't do either.
Well, I think I know Big Positive Geek. I think it was like this week or last week. He had like economy thing, like video, and I don't know how far he went back, but to put a number to it, let's say the past 6 months, like I think people are getting 40 or 50 million less than they were. But I'm not at the level that where I would see that. Like, I think the number he was throwing around was, it used to be about 220 million a month, and now it's
I don't
around
know where that.
180.
Where the
Yeah,
fuck does that
where?
number come from? Where does that? That's the only thing I want to ask them.
No
Like,
idea.
where is this? Because
I'm
me and Darth sat there and did it out of just the normal shit you do in a day. This isn't counting events or all the other whatever's just already in the game. This is what it comes, and it came out to like 50 million a month. Just the general. I'm going, where is this other 250 mil
I don't
coming
know
from?
how he. I don't know how he did it, so I'm not going to try to say.
Oh no,
I
no,
counted
no!
all
It's
the
not.
people.
Yeah, it's not towards you. I've always brought
Yeah.
it up where we see a video for that. Somebody does it up. Rage does it and goes, "Yeah, I did my monthly video of here's the gold that I got, and we got 3 million here or 290 here," and I'm going, where the fuck did
did
this
that
shit
happen?
come from?
Ra-
Like, are you
Rage was
buying
saying
the
it's
passes?
300 million a month.
If you're buying the
so-
passes, I could understand it.
Yep.
So here's my problem with the way people are calculating this stuff. Use the example about what we talked about earlier about the game lost 70,000 players because somebody looked at leaderboards and said that the number was 70,000 less than a few months before that. That's not an accurate way to do it. I don't know for sure. I'm not bashing what BPG's done, but to do a correct analysis of how much gold is in the economy, you literally have to go fish it out of every game mode, every campaign node, every pass, everything that you can possibly find to figure out all the sources, right, that you earn it. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the analysis that BPG did was basically daily tracking of his gold and basically summed it up at the end of a month and said, okay, here's what it was and here's what it was before, and therefore I'm earning less. The problem with that approach is, did he do all the things he was supposed to do? Did he pursue every possible venue? Did he farm campaign nodes? Did he use cores on campaign nodes to farm them a little bit more? We don't know. To truly do an accurate analysis of the gold economy, we have to start out with all the potential sources of every place you can earn gold and figure it out from that, as opposed to just looking at your balance. Looking at your balance is kind of like, again, I'm not trying to bash what he did, but it's kind of like somebody going, okay, I have money in the bank, therefore I can pay a bill.
I mean, I'm not
You're
saying
not
it
wrong.
was like.
No.
the best.
I watched it.
You know.
I wanted to ask him and be like, okay, look, I've seen it out of Rage's, I've seen it out of yours. Are you specifically counting the events? But if you're counting the events, a majority of people are not getting to that point to where they get that 10 or 5 or whatever extra million gold is in the premium milestones. It's not happening. And it's also, are you buying the passes? The passes give you a chunk load of gold. Sure, I could see it, but just doing the daily stuff, it's somewhere between 50 and 60 million. There's no, hey, I did I did the extra 200 cores to get more on both the ISO, the campaign, and maybe did a couple incursions just for the fuck of it. But adding those together, they still don't come to where 300 million gold is. And I'm going, well, if you're getting 300 million gold, you should have no problem maxing out every motherfucking person or character that comes out. It should be no problem. But right, and I saw him doing it, but 300 million gold for the month, I don't see where it's coming from. Even if he's doing the daily shit.
That's into events. Okay, that's that month. There was a lot of gold in that month because of events. Like how this month there's gonna be a lot of gold coming out because of the anniversary. But when they're saying this month we got 300, this month we got 290, no difference. There's different events, no golden events. Where's that gold coming from? It's now consistent across 2 months. It's not 1 month where there's just a huge increase. Where's the gold? There's no way an average player is getting 200 plus million gold a month consistently.
Don't, but I also am gated by my player level. Like there are certain things, like I can't hit certain milestones I'm not talking about like the premium milestones. Like for Blastar that just ended. I don't know if there was gold offered at milestones, but I could only
a couple
complete
million.
6 milestones.
I mean, the version we got
like,
did not.
Whereas like somebody that's like 105 gear 20, they could complete like say all 15 of them.
Well, see, in the Quasar event, there used to be gold. You'd have the gold at the bottom, and that was it. The only thing now that Quasar event gives for the mid to end game players is 10 fucking G20s. That's it. I have an enormous amount of everything else in there, but they took the gold out. So, and I think it was only like what, 1 to 2 million?
I think it was about 3 million gold.
Somewhere.
2 to 3 million.
And they would only run this, even if they ran it 4 times a fucking month. That's 12 million gold. If we get like on the, let's give them all of it. So they get 12 million extra gold. We calculated out to about 60 million gold you get a month just from doing daily shit. And where's the rest coming from?
Challenges and like
we did
all that stuff.
Anything that was just daily shit, that's it. No events, no milestones coming into there that didn't happen. I believe we had the old fucking milestone too, the old gold milestone and one other one. I haven't done it recently. So that's even giving us more gold that we don't have. So I think I'm just going to be like, hey bro, I would love to see it. And I know Daysir, you worked with him with it, but it's more, I do the same thing with it. Just sat there, we fucking sat there and did it. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what a normal player would do if he's at a point. Let's say, boom, right there, 105. It's not like any of the daily rewards are going to change or go up a level or anything. Boom, they're all coming. We get the same thing every day. We do the same raids or whatever there. And that's about it. Where's this other 250 come from?
Hey, listen, motherfucker, I just want to tell you something. I got 40 minutes left of my fucking workday unless the dipshit coming in behind me forgot it. We jump forward. Then I'm going to tell my boss he's going to pay me an extra fucking hour because I took it up the ass when we fell back. I ain't taking it up the ass when we spring forward.
Maybe you can ask him to pay you in in-game gold currency.
That would be fucking wonderful, Beta. I'll take it. You know what's funny? I would actually fucking take that. No doubt.
So yeah, let's make sure Borderlands
When you calculate, I just on third instant find it. It was 59.9 million gold just from dailies. Just from doing daily shit.
That's daily shit over 30 days.
That was in October.
Holy shit. Like, I knew we did it a little while ago, but that some of it was changed because they've taken out a couple of those daily milestone things that you would get. So maybe it went down just a little bit, but still, the other 250, somebody dropping that shit off in a fucking in a secret fucking email to somebody, in some in-game mail where they're getting it, because I don't fucking know. And
you got to be one of Ceci's friends to get the fringe benefits.
Oh well, shit. I guess I should call him up and start talking shit to him again. Send me
Don't
that
forget,
picture for Ali. Send me that picture of Ali.
Don't forget, somebody on Reddit claims that Ceci works for Scopely, and we all in the top 100 get paid from him.
Hey, also tell Scopely that they're 50 million for 99.99 sucks. Give it if you make it 100 million for 99.99, I may just buy it at this point in time, but not 50 for 90, not 50 for 100. I'll do 100 for 100. And yes, I should have fucking bought the $80 million screwed up offer, or
still can't believe
purpose offer, or whatever.
I know.
I missed it.
Somewhere along the way, this industry has moved to macro transactions, and I don't personally understand what caused the pivot. But I've tried to talk to people about this before. If you look at the McDonald's model, for example, you could increase the price of a Big Mac by a penny and instantly generate billions. Right? Versus in this model, but I think the problem is the evidence is to the contrary for these guys. The lower the prices have been, you would think that more people would buy. And I think, at least from what they've seen, that hasn't been the case. And I don't get that.
And that's what you would figure. You'd figure you
Well,
lower the
weird
price.
though, because like
that 80 million offer, that should have fucking sold like wildfire. I just
Well, the
happened to be
problem
fucking
is-
piss poor broke at the time, and I couldn't buy it.
Well, yeah, same with me. The problem is it was in the last week of the month when your rent or your mortgage is due.
And your wife don't have a fucking job either. That's a fucking.
You know,
Anyway,
like
sorry about that.
oh, it's all right. But I mean, like, had they done it when
Fuck you,
my
almost.
rent wasn't due, I'd have bought it because $15 isn't a bad deal. But
Oh
when
no,
I
that was
have,
a wonderful deal.
well,
Considering
that
they're
was-
selling.
when I have
Yeah.
when I have
50 million for
$2,000 worth of bills
Fuck you, Beta.
due that week, I ain't fucking paying for $15 because my money's more important putting a
Well,
roof
yeah.
over
I mean,
my head.
everybody's got the real life consequences there. You know, real life stuff you got to deal with. But the
Had
usual.
that deal been,
The usual deals
let's
are,
say,
you know, look
in the
at the $100 deal.
first
There, it's 50. It's basically $2 for 1 million gold, and nobody likes it. Even when it's $1 for 1 million gold, people don't fucking like it. Fuck you, Crow. And that
Well,
whole
like,
thing there
I
was
think
80 million for
that
15
deal-
bucks. That was definitely nuts. Plus, you got training mats, and
If you did that deal on the second week of a month after everybody's paid their bill, I would think when you actually have income accessible, I think you would sell a lot more.
to be fair, my
But
mortgage
like,
is in
if
the
you
middle of
got
the
to
month,
do it,
so.
yeah,
Everybody
like,
does
if
it.
you gotta
Everybody's
do
not on
it-
the same scale thing, but they could have put that offer out either twice, so that way you got it either here or there, and some other people could get it. But a lot of these microtransactions don't really get a lot of headway. However, this particular transaction, motherfuckers are pinging everywhere, going, "Go buy this motherfucker now," because you don't see where $15 will get you 80 million. $15 might get you maybe 20, if that. But 80 plus training mats? Fuck out of here. Everybody was
I
just
think-
sitting there messaging back and forth to go get it.
I think we're also forgetting about the fact that like we're talking about this offer. What the $3 for 2,000 power cores and some
Oh,
other
yeah.
Yeah, that was a fucking
That
killer
was,
offer.
That was crazy. $15 for 10,000 cores. Fuck that. Hell yeah, we bought it. We ran through the
I
cores.
think the
but
other
whatever.
problem, and the other problem from my perspective, is they do a lot of testing of the market, a lot of testing of the market, and I don't know that they give enough time to truly get an assessment of whether A works better than B when they're constantly changing them every week. I have a marketing background. I've ran large marketing teams, and you go for a quarter. And then you assess after 3 months. These guys do an awful lot of testing where it's changing too rapidly in my mind, and so it's hard to get a true understanding of what these things actually are
You
working.
can't get
with.
like a big enough sample size because it's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
period's too small.
Exactly. So anyway,
Those definitely season sticks.
well,
They
so
do.
that Dossier, if you go back a long time ago, in terms of how they managed the economy, was when people would scream, they would throw more gold into it until people sort of calmed down, and then they would assume that everything was okay because people weren't screaming anymore. That's not how you manage this stuff. I have to believe they don't do it like that anymore, but I know a long time ago that's what they did, and that's a horrible way to try to manage a game economy or any economy. So anyway, it is really ridiculously late that I'm up. So I'm going
Yeah,
to
I looked at it. I'm
out.
like, holy fuck, man! It's almost 4:30 in this bitch. Fuck.
So
Yep.
it's been
No
fun.
CC for you tonight,
Yeah.
fucker.
There was the hour jump, so
It's about to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
6 a.m.
All right, Beta. Thanks for jumping on, man.
Beta, appreciate it, man. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was
Thanks for
great
the
every
chat.
Have a good night, you guys.
You guys. Yep.
See you, Beta.
Yeah, that. I blinked and it was fucking. I swear I got on before 1 and now it's 4.
Well, you
But-
did, but that hour jump is what
yeah,
got
the hour
you.
jump. Because it would be 3:25
Yep.
right now, but I could do this CC really fast. I think I have a decent plan in my head because some of
Let's
these
do
are
it.
really small.
I got 30 minutes left. Let's
yeah,
go.
I could knock this out before that. I'm gonna just take my new warrior, new mutants versus these new mutants. They're particularly tiny. I'm gonna SK. I'm gonna fucking Professor X and F4 this shit. I'm gonna go in the mirror for Starjammers. That should be fun. Just out of curiosity, could I take Vigilantes into 3? Thinking about it,
No.
because they're so fucking.
No.
they're
Well,
so fuck-
probably
Maybe.
Nah, I don't know about. Well, they're small, but I don't know
they're
about
small.
Yeah.
They're small, and here's what it would look like looking at it.
The
going-
issue is the scroll.
not scroll.
Well, Straw's going to go after DD anyway. And if you put
Well, yeah, but still, that's a
what's
ton
your
of
face
buffs and
behind him,
debuffs.
it's not going to stop the other 3.
It's still a ton of buffs and debuffs. He's going to get turns rapidly. If
Well,
he gets that
but if you
ult,
kill
that's
him quick-
immediately trauma and shit.
Or
Yeah.
I just take Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, and Ares, and a couple others to go ahead and. I do got CB.
Well, you
I-
might as well
I
throw
would-
you might as
I
well throw
would-
Docket into that because
I would
as soon as
save
that fucker
Vigilante
goes,
for room 2.
you know what I mean?
Unless that's
Yeah,
not
as soon as he goes into stealth, Dawkins going to get fucking crazy amount of speed.
No, I'm not gonna. Dawkins not gonna do it. I really. CB. All I'd have to do is CB, and he doesn't go nowhere. So fuck him. Fuck Night.
But then,
Fuck
but then
Night
your old man
Trasher.
Logan doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh shit, that's true. Well, no, wait. He would get the.
He would still assist, but he wouldn't
He
get a
would
speed
get
bar.
the speed because of some.
No,
he did-
there's
he
no
did
speed bar and no
something.
speed stat. No speed bar, no speed stat. If you have CB in there. Because Lady Bullseye shuts down speed stat.
They still win. I can't remember why.
Because you got slow on them. From some from
we
probably
didn't-
from pain.
Yeah, we didn't use it because of him. It's okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I don't got. I got Thrasher, but he's like level 1. I told you, there's nothing really to push it up. I either got mats and no gold, or gold and no mats. So falling into that category is not fucking around. Well,
You ain't got mats. I ain't got no gold. We're 2 fucking peas in a pod.
Z, you saw that score from my opponent today?
yeah, that was fucking ridiculous.
I have no gold and no mats because I just leveled Cannonball and Warlock to
Yeah,
75.
I got
Yeah,
Thrasher
I wouldn't
at
expect you to.
65. Can I get speed up? Can I have?
Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask, what's the Thunderstrike, Blastar, Quasar, Star-Lord fucking team for? Is it just to look good?
Well,
No,
I mean, the speculation is they're going to be required for Nihilus. That's the speculation
Oh,
that people are
okay.
going.
I was just wondering what game mode we were using them for because I went through and actually read their kits and saw nothing that said CC, Arena, War, Raid, nothing.
Yeah,
I
Galactic
was just
Council
curious
is
for-
just a team.
The Galactic
There.
Council stuff was only added to Star-Lord and Adam Warlock. I think there's parts that are CC and parts that are War.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't read
I was just
the
curious.
Awakened ability really, but I think I saw parts that were CC and parts that were War. All it's meant to do is
No,
try
I
to make them
think
work as
it's
a
more
team
like
in the same way that
Blastar and
Apocalypse works in-
Quasar and the other one that you get from the events. I think they're more like Crucible and War, but I don't know where the fuck Star-Lord and Adam go.
Well, that's my point.
Well,
I mean, I
they're-
know we
they're-
use Quasar and then, but we don't. I haven't seen anybody use Adam Warlock or Star-Lord in any fucking games we get.
Because you
we've
wouldn't.
seen Adam Warlock a couple times. Star-Lord's nowhere
used
to
him.
be seen really.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock.
Well, yeah, I
used in
guess I
Arena
have seen
2.
Adam
Now
Warlock,
it's time
but
to be his
Star-Lord,
own.
no.
All right.
I mean, we used Adam Warlock in the sack squad today for my account. but
That's
I
fun.
think okay. So thanks, Dace here. I'm going
Yeah,
to
just-
grab my foot off my chair, shine that sumbitch up really nice, and shove it up that cold ass. Cause I ain't got Jeff, motherfucker. You see Jeff around this bitch?
We're getting it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not gonna work for me now.
But we ain't got shit to unlock. I mean, gear him up.
I'll
Or
be
level.
doing
I mean,
the same-
no
I'm
gold, no
doing-
match.
I'm doing Tim the same thing I did with Damon, a slow level up that took, I think it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks to get Damon upgraded. I also had a little bit of gold with that.
Just because Herb told me to do it, I'm gonna slow play that son of a bitch.
I don't know, just because he looks fun.
Just to aggravate Herb.
The rest of
That's
the team,
only
I
reason.
could not give. Well, aside from Deadpool, I couldn't give a fuck about the rest of the team. My Deadpool's already upgraded because of Mercs.
I mean, in like a year when I unlock Jeff, I'll use Jeff and maybe Deadpool, but probably not anybody else.
Well, Jeff works well in CC. Z's done. Z proved that during the CC, the Envoy tournament.
You could have some fun with Jeff.
You could definitely have some fun with Jeff.
Like the thing
I'm just out of spite. I want to fuck with Herb, so yeah.
I think he's
Retcon,
more like
they all
the
have
plug and
use.
play out of them.
All of Retcon has plug and play use because Gwenpool's a pre-taunt, She-Hulk's a pre-taunt, Jeff's fast and has that AoE pull with silence. I think degradation, reduction, and then there's whoever the fuck is the last member of the team, Squirrel Girl, which she could do something somewhere. We're on Deadpool.
Oh, cool! He's my level.
Like, three of the 5 members have good plug and play use, at the least, outside of War.
Yeah, there's
I think
no
it would
Jeff.
work
I'm just
better
gonna
if
take.
Valley Flying was
Just gonna take
switched
these.
with what's the rapper's name?
Oh shit! I don't got enough controller ones. Open up 1,000 orbs. That should do it.
All right. So,
Because I could take Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, and a couple others.
Dakin, Thrasher, Ares.
Yeah, and that should take care of them. You sure? Maybe somebody else than Dakin?
For some reason, whenever it's throw itself, Dakin gets speed bar twice. Sometimes.
yeah, fucker.
He'll
That's why I
take
suggested him.
sometimes he'll take 2 turns for no reason. I've only ever seen it against Skrull, which is the funny part.
Goth, Oaken. Probably gonna use Apox somewhere else. In that order, deletes it. I don't have BK. I couldn't use him.
Yeah, on defense somewhere.
Yeah. He's being stupid somewhere.
One quality of life thing is it would be so much easier if they had a selector where you could toggle.
Yeah, we've asked.
Oh, okay.
We've asked.
Oh, trust me,
waiting.
bud. We fill Z's head full of shit to ask, and it's ask it, but we ain't receiving it.
Yeah, we got it on our.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always scared shitless that I'll hit the button too many times. And then, like,
oh, trust me, I've fucking done that, bub.
Okay, so yeah, Dacier been like, can we get the slider? How about a slider? Can this be a slider? I need a fucking slider. Just let us have the fucking slider. It needs to be a slider. No slider. So it is what it is. Thrasher. I'll take Dakin just to see what the fuck it does, and Airy. Nightcrawler is going to be the one that really pushes it, so because they won't have. Well, yeah, we should be okay. Yeah, because then I'm just gonna Damon one. Yeah, no, I am bringing. It's gonna be Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, Dakin, Thrasher, and Ares, and we should be fine. They're low enough, so Old Man Logan's probably gonna be the one that does it. Usually the cheaper one that I found without Skrull, if it's just Immortal Weapons, was Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, Hank, Shuri, and Ares, and those fuckers never take a turn. But since Sus is in there and wants to be a dick,
What is the point of room number 2?
he
to
pushed
fuck-
buttons.
to really fuck you up. No, well, the reason I see is you have 3 new stat era tunes in there. 2 of which are
Yep.
pre-taunts. And if Fist gets that battlefield effect, he's gonna put offense up on all of them. You've now got 3 new stat era tunes assisting, constantly fucking you up. We had somebody lose to that because of the assisting. I don't remember. It was yesterday. Someone lost to that because of all the assists. The exact room. I don't remember who.
Blastar?
It may have.
think
I don't
it
know. No, I don't remember who. I don't remember who it was, but somebody lost that room too. I don't remember what
It's
they
making
took,
me
though.
just say fuck this and just bring Guardian.
It may have been Blastar.
Because I would just take Guardian over what's her face.
I think it was
Scientist
Herbs. I think it was Herbs Blastar.
We'll find out because I'm gonna use
But
that.
that's
so-
Herbs Blastar that didn't do shit for damage.
Blaster. will be
Yeah, and then
here.
there was my dumbass who had him as a striker.
Yeah,
That reminds me. I gotta
Yeah,
put that fucking
that's where
back right now.
Apoc's going. That's where Apoc's going. I'm gonna take Damon and friends into 1, Blastars in 2, the Nightcrawler team in 3. I'm gonna fucking mirror 4 because I don't have time for that shit. I'm gonna Professor X 5 with Fantastic Four, and then 6 I'm just gonna New Warriors that shit.
New Warriors.
New Warriors, New Mutants, whatever. those fuckers, because they're all purple 3 too. So fuck them. All right, we need to do this quick because I'm fucking tired and I'm probably gonna fall asleep on stream. And we're not having this shit today, so I don't feel like falling asleep on stream. So there ain't no channel points.
Okay.
Eat shit. We're
Yeah.
done. Damn. Push
No
the
cursing.
button.
Are we recording?
We always are.
Okay, no cursing.
All right, we're going over to Vincenzo. He was in chat at the previous stream, but we're just gonna go bum rush this thing really quick so I go to bed because I am freaking tired and it is 4:30 in the morning. Stupid time change. We're gonna do exactly what Fly does, and we're gonna press buttons. I gotta go because I'm freaking tired. If we lose, we lose. I don't care.
Yes, you
I
are.
just want to go to sleep because my pillow's calling. There's 2 other pillows that could be calling, but they're asleep too. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. Language. Yeah, it's there. I'm just tired. It was, you know what? That conversation with Beta was
Amazing.
awakening.
That was
It was
great.
awakening, and I was
Yep.
like, yeah, I gotta stay up for this. And I did not see that I've been on stream for 3 hours. It did not feel like it at all.
Nope.
It was like, boom, quick. I didn't think he was gonna come in, but he did. So hey, it is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. And it was.
He's being really knowledgeable and really
This is great.
able of explaining everything because it was clear.
He
You know who I miss?
he probably spent, at least for the first few years that he's been playing the game religiously, you could probably buy a couple cars for what he's put into the game, if
Mhm.
not more. He could probably buy a couple of our houses easily with that because he spent so much time on the game that it was ridiculous. And he's very intuitive. He
Jesus.
knows exactly he knows exactly how to approach the game, and he can be
You play
he's
on
very
Fetty's
articulate.
Warlock today?
What happened?
You play on Fetty's Warlock today?
Yeah, trying to. All right, Crow. Have a good night. I'm gonna try to win this
Yeah,
and
Crow.
enjoy the night.
You know who
So,
I
Darth,
miss?
if it was past the 5 minutes, I'll tell you what I could tell you what you
No.
missed. But why don't you tell me what you?
You know who
Uh-huh.
you know who I miss from MSF content creation that left?
Mm.
Philosopher.
Yeah, he was great.
I never
Hey guys,
got a chance
Philosopher
to
here.
watch him. I still miss Run 7.
I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Marvel Strike Force, but I liked his stuff for Dark Dimension.
Yeah, well, he was like a new player.
Important.
He was like a new player, and he just geared up the right juice for the whichever Dark Dimension he finished first.
Yeah, he pretty much looked. He did his research, did exactly what he wanted. He basically just singled out who he's going to use, and that was it. Boom, gone.
Hey guys, Philosopher here. Is it?
It sounds like Treasure.
No, that's more like, hey guys, Philosopher here.
We're going to hell. Please stop.
Yes, we are.
We're going to hell. We're all
Oh,
going to hell.
absolutely.
Was there ever a chance you weren't?
I don't know. I've had
There
a
was
first
never a
class
chance
ticket
I
for a
wasn't.
minute. I've had a first class ticket, so
Hey, you won't be alone, buddy. We'll be there with you.
hey,
Definitely me and
Sticky's-
Fetty.
Lord have
Almost
mercy,
is
I'm
right
about to
behind us.
rust.
Hey, there's Trekker. Yeah, Sticky was crazy, and
Oh
it
god,
was Sticky was nuts. Sticky was freaking nuts. It's just more the garbage that he did half the time was crazy, and he didn't care about anybody he just wanted to have fun, which was great.
Oh,
Because
DNA said
just-
you might have new plays right here.
right now, I'm not giving. I just want to play, have some fun, and that's it. If it goes, I'm too tired for it. I'm just way too tired. Oh wait, I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
It's okay.
I think
It's
I,
okay.
I
He's not
think
a
we're okay.
controller.
I think we're okay. I think we're good. If not, we're blaming Darth.
Fuck!
I always like that idea. Hey, it's not past the 5 minutes yet, Darth.
You could have
I'm
waited 10
pretty
more
s-
seconds. 10 more
I'm
seconds.
pretty sure I heard Fly say some shit.
Hey,
Now
Z,
it's
is the
5
time
minutes.
up now?
Now it's 5
Okay,
minutes.
Darth, you missed these nuts.
I think we're good, DNA. I think we made it. I think we got right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DNA. I
Sticky
don't know if
didn't
you've
like-
ever watched a ZKG, especially when we're all doing our CC battles stream. We do some insane shit.
We do. We do a lot
There's
of
my
insane
extra
shit.
winter guard.
Sometimes
shit.
it works.
There's a lot of insane shit.
Mm-hmm.
If that one team, if that Illuminati team worked today, that would have been insane.
No.
The
Uh,
225K Illuminati.
Hey, that
But
was
nothing beats almost as 5 minutes, 6 room CC. Nothing.
That was,
I'm sorry.
that
Nothing will
was
ever beat
epic.
that.
I'm sorry. That was
That was
That is
insane.
epic. I couldn't believe
Yep.
that you did it.
I couldn't believe that happened either.
I don't
Couldn't
know
believe
what
it
happened.
at all.
I blacked out. It's happened.
Ever seen somebody do a 6 rooms in 5 minutes? Just amazing.
Did he auto it?
No, nope. It was fully played. That was the quickest, and the game did not get in the way of
No.
with the loading.
It was
Yeah.
it was
Loaded.
so quick. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
And it was
really
like
was.
it was like the last
Yep.
12 minutes before the round ended too.
it was insane.
Yeah,
Just
it was
here,
it was
it's all-
quick, Dace. It was so quick. It was ridiculous because you're just like, wait, how did he do this in like 5 freaking minutes? Like, granted,
called
he had
playing on
everything
a
set
tablet.
up, but
Yeah, but I'll never. That is the one CC stream I will never forget.
it
Called playing
it
on
was
a
super
tablet
quick.
and not a desktop.
Yeah,
So
Well, yep, that too.
that helps with
The other one
loading.
I'll never forget is when we had to complete ZCC because he was too drunk. We had to talk him through everything. That was fucking.
I
That
don't
was
remember-
who
I don't
was that?
remember
Was
happening.
Tessie?
that
Was
that a-
Tessie?
and Rurik.
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 Yeah, yep. Ruined that. I've never seen Z that drunk. That's the night that Cookies left him on the bathroom sink.
Yeah, I
That's
got
the
left in
first
bathroom.
time That's the first time I've seen Z drunk.
Oh, I've seen
They
Z drunk
pushed
a
it.
couple times in the last couple of years, but that
They
was
pushed
the
it.
worst I've ever seen Z drunk.
You know what's funny is
oh
when-
shit!
is
Look,
when-
We're up so late that it's Rolf's fucking afternoon. What's up, Rolf?
What's up, bro?
Holy shit!
What would have
I
been
shouldn't
great
be
is
awake.
if you had saved
No, you
that.
shouldn't.
If you had saved that stream and then like replayed it from the beginning and then fast forwarded to the end where you're freaking shit housed.
Well, I think I can go into. I think it's on YouTube somewhere on Z's channel. I'm gonna actually go back this week, or well, no, because it's weird. Z, a lot of your stream stuff on Twitch is like the old videos and past videos are like gone.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because I had
that's
Hey,
a Twitch thing.
no, it's
Oh.
we could turn it off. I turned it off
Oh,
only
okay.
because of there's a lot of the copywriting things that are hitting for it, so I don't want to deal with it.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, still,
Yeah.
there's a max time that something can stay on your channel. I think it's
Yeah, true.
90 days is the maximum if you're a Twitch partner. And I
No,
think
because he's
90
got-
No, it's
days
longer. It's longer for a
For-
Twitch.
No,
for
he's got
video-
stuff on there
for
from like
video.
2 years
for
ago.
for the app
Or a year
affiliate,
ago.
it's 90 days. It's longer for a partner.
It's probably related to how many views too.
Well, that
Well,
might be
I'm
true.
talking
but-
streams.
Yeah.
Streams are different. The video and stuff, they will stay. Streams
Yeah.
have a certain amount of time they are able to stay, and your level of something with them is what determines how long they stay.
Well, I'm gonna go back through Z's YouTube channel and see if I can find that scene because I would love to
Oh,
just
you'll be able
watch
to,
it
you'll,
again.
you'll be able to find it.
I would
Oh
hit
yeah,
scroll.
it's just a matter of
scroll.
figuring out what day it was.
It doesn't. I would have hit one of the ends.
Well, and it's also if Z tagged it right, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go back this week because I got 4 days off, so I'm gonna go back this week and see what I can find. This is the first 4-day week I've had off in 3 weeks because I've been working for everybody,
Hey,
getting that
nice.
extra money.
Cheddar.
Always gotta love the cheddar.
Yep. I still have to share all those jokes that we were
Yeah.
at Fetty and almost, and I was holy shit, those are
Okay.
fucking hilarious.
Did he show you what I shared with him?
He just sent a bunch of jokes to me. I don't think
Oh.
he. Yeah, so you get a chance, just DM me and I'll look at it because I'm gonna be
Oh,
up once I leave here. I'll be up all day
Go boom. Gone.
because I don't go to
Oh.
bed on Sundays.
I'm just gonna screenshot what I sent him.
Yeah, just send it to me. This is
It's
the only
pretty-
day I get to spend fully with my girls before they have to go back to school. So when I leave here, I'm up till about 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So
The
I pull like a 20,
Yep.
almost.
All right, let's go with Blastar and Guardian here. Where are you, Guardian? Where are you? Right there. There he is. Boom. And let's go. Buck? What is it? Why is it? Why does Walt got butt gravy? What the hell's that
What?
about? Hold on. Wait, where did the butt gravy part
Where did
come
that
from?
come from?
I want to know what happened there.
I just hope my sleep schedule shifts again
Oh,
soon.
Click. Click. You're gone.
No, see, I work Thursday through Sunday, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and then every other Wednesday. But during my days off, I can easily switch my sleep back, and it helps that I stay up all day Sunday. But
All right,
I just
man. I'll see you in a bit.
switch my sleep back to like a
Must be
normal.
nice. You can easily change it.
Click.
Oh, I can.
Click.
I mean,
My
if I get
problem-
6 hours of sleep, I'm good.
Click.
It takes me
My
like a
problem
month to
is
get
since I
changed.
got back from the war
He's
for like 20 some years, like my sleep schedule is never consistent. Like every
Okay.
X amount of days, it'll just shift,
Goodbye.
and I
And he's got
can't
defense
sleep.
down, so they're all dead. Click that one. Yeah.
All right, check your DMs.
All right.
Like during the work week, it's usually not that bad
Lerpa plays
because
James
like I'll
Jones.
get tired from work, but on like my days off or like shit like that, like I fall asleep when I fall asleep, but I can't ever really have a set schedule of it.
Right?
No, there'll be one day this week I sleep for like 17 hours. That's a given, but almost I got them. I'll read them when I get home.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I should
Just
take
read
APOC here, right?
Read the feast too.
Wait,
APOC is
what? Wait a
fine.
minute. Wait a minute.
But I would, if you have Yo-Yo, I'd probably do IP instead. If he's
Why?
still available. More vulnerables, so more damage.
True that.
Instead of Yo-Yo?
Let's have APOC.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you drop Yo-Yo for IP, you're delusional.
Yeah, well, you said Yo-Yo, and then you said IP, and I'm
I
like,
said
what the fuck are you
drop
talking
A-
about?
may be
I
delusional.
said you drop APOC for IP. You said why? Because
Could've
Yo-Yo
been.
put more vulnerables
I heard Yo-Yo, but then they were talking, so I didn't hear anything else, and I'm like, why the fuck are we taking out Yo-Yo for IP? I want to just say no. Yeah, we're gonna put
Oh, you
Beast.
said you recorded that X Winter Guard Ida against Minimus. Do you still have that?
Ooh. It's on YouTube.
Talking to you.
The X Winter Guard?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Where?
All the gun when you go into my
Gotta
channel,
search.
just hit live, and then you just pick the stream it was on.
Well, you said I said you said you recorded it, like you had a recording of it.
Oh, I think I have a.
Oh, you
I
did
have a
too.
short.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I think I
He's
do
right.
have it. I do have it.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
look
did.
for it. Okay, so I'm fine here. I'm praying we kill what's his face, but I don't know if it'll do it. Let's go have fun. Yeah, I recorded it as a short, so it'll look like the vertical form of it. It's not gonna be the. If you want to see the big one, you'd have to find out which stream I did it on, which had to been.
Well, that'd be easy.
Yeah, if
It
you know
was
the day you did it.
It's last week Monday.
Oh, then yeah. What was that?
Well, sometime last week.
Second, probably.
I sent to King Shogun should check.
Oh, please don't die. Thank
yeah,
you.
there's a second. There's a second.
Thank you. I'm targeting Blue Marvel.
1x.
Go.
1x.
Fuck it, I ain't got no time for this. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Blue Marvel.
You push CB too far.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. At least we got what's his face. Oh shit.
Oh.
Stay alive.
What they
Jesus.
took
He's
it.
okay. He's okay. Come on. Go. There you
That's
go.
fine.
At least he's there.
Second hit.
What's his face go? Shit. I should probably do this because of the negative effects on me, right?
Really?
Yeah. I got to. This is gonna suck. Maybe he'll hit Strange next. It's Strange. It's Strange. Go after Strange. I said Strange, damn it!
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, maybe.
Well, he's up there doing dance. Then you can rewind.
Yeah. He should do another. Hit.
Oh, that did a
Oh.
lot.
Yeah, but it didn't kill him. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. Fuck. No, there's no hope. He's got some other shit on there. He beat another guy. He beat another guy pretty
Don't
good.
always
So
have
fuck
hope and then to be negative about yourself.
it. I get to.
You can't positive about others, be negative about
I
yourself.
got
You gotta be
I got the
positive
joystick
yourself.
in my hand. I could be negative.
So,
Should I take safeguard and all that off here? Should I bring Nova or just leave it as is and just run it?
they don't have safeguard and spawn
Yeah.
or immunity. That's
Well, they couldn't gain it with Nova. That's why.
they'd have to kill somebody or Groot would have to
Yeah.
go. Those are the ones boys that get safeguard.
Alright, we'll just go in on Havoc and do our normal stuff. Let's
Havoc. You ain't touching Havoc in this fight.
yeah,
You're stunning Howard and your ability blocking that
we're
line.
touching Havoc.
Yeah, touch Havoc with Rocket.
Yeah, no. We're touching Havoc with Havoc.
Huh?
I want to see Darth's brain just explode from me saying that. He's gonna lose. He's just gonna lose his shit. Like, did you really just fucking do? Yes, I did.
I've been up for 21 hours now.
All right, boom, boom.
That might
All
actually.
right, Havoc's gonna go. Oh look, so look at that. See, I was right. Havoc touched Havoc.
You didn't say what side. I thought you were talking about your side.
Should I basic or should I alt?
You want to be the Lylander.
So
I had
all
an
three?
opponent
or
lose.
just these, or just
I'll
these
do all
two?
three. All three.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Don't
three.
need to do nothing. Click. There we go.
I had an opponent lose because they decided to not build like have a launcher, and she just deleted their team.
Okay, she should die in the next one. Rocky goes, but don't do much. Come on, come on.
I've been for almost 20. I've been up for almost 22 hours now,
Same here.
Nice.
with 3 hours of sleep.
No, I had 5.
I went to
About
sleep.
to
I went to sleep at 3, woke up at 6, and now it's almost 5. You gotta take an hour away, so it's almost 4.
Like, get rid of Havoc in them.
Well, Darth,
Yeah.
you're younger than us, so you can get away with that.
Yeah.
No, I can't. My sleep schedule,
you
it
can.
takes, if I get off my normal sleep schedule, it takes a month to get back on. But it takes a day to get off.
Sounds like you need a fucking wet nap, a little blankie, and a bib while you're at it.
Maybe you.
And a
You need
juice
some-
box.
Yeah, you need
Give
a
this
juice
man a-
box.
He needs a
Holy
juice box.
This cocksucker. Fuck, he revived. Fucking fucker.
Really throwing all the hate words.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
his monthly cycle. I don't know if anybody wants to run to Walgreens and help him out.
Fuck no.
Oh my Atlanta.
Get him a Mito.
Would vigilantes do great here? or
Yeah, at
do you
least I
fuck
can
them?
walk
Who's
where I
Night
need to
Stalker
go.
that, man? Night Stalker it.
Yeah, Night Stalkers.
Night
Night
Stalkers.
Stalkers.
Night Stalkers.
At least,
Yeah,
at least I can walk where I need to go.
Whoa. Oh.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Damn, just went down that route, huh?
Yeah, man.
Damn. Alright, somebody go put this motherfucker in the corner. Hey, you're going on timeout, motherfucker.
I don't give a damn.
Alright, let's go. Let's go,
When
let's go.
I first started actually chatting, I came in guns blazing. I will cheat
There
on guns
used to
blazing.
be one on every corner, but then Walgreens got too expensive and they're like slowly dipping the fuck out. CVS is taking over. Like I don't. Yeah, Walgreens even near my house, they're fucking they're dipping. They're just
I'm
too
not sure if
expensive.
we have a Walgreens here anymore.
Badger, what's happening? Oh, he should die quick. Come on, help out. Somebody help. There's dead. All right, let's see how much we lost
Hey.
by.
Take that, you boomba clot.
That's all right. That's all right. Click.
No, we've got 3.
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
Damn, that was
Yeah,
3
3.
minutes. Felt like
We've
longer
got
than 3
3
minutes.
Walgreens.
Okay. There you go. 49,974. We probably lost by a couple points. Fine. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Kill it.
if he didn't drop, it would have been a tie.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
maybe-
happy with it.
no, probably.
I'm happy
Oh.
with it. Yeah, what'd he drop?
Hey.
So. Okay, so he dropped. Nope. He had to switch it up a little bit there. I was like, let me just throw Blue Marvel out there just to see what he does. And I was like, I'll throw him in that room with Adam Warlock. Why not Adam Warlock? Throw him. All right, what else did he drop? Oh, a cursed. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
They
Why
threw
did you...
star damage counter at Accursed. Because I think that's the exact team you used on the test server to beat Starjammers in that CC. Well, at least 4 parts. I don't know if Shadow can
This is nuts. What's up, Fair? Yeah, then they were like, let me just take out Jeff and put in Invisible Woman. That should help. And it did. All right. Yeah, they wrecked that team. Yeah, nobody was stopping speed there for a second. And then they probably thought about it and was like, ah. But it's not that. It's just the fact that they switched it up with IP this time instead of APOC. But
They know
hey,
it's hard. But I'm surprised that Damon fails even if Blue Marvel's not there.
yeah.
Well, I know it worked here, but it was the time you showed us the last round.
Hmm.
All right, we won. I'm happy with it. It works out great for me. So I'm just tired. At least we won.
Yeah.
Bounce.
Hey, fuck yeah, nice win. You kept me up through the whole rest of my fucking shit.
All right, man. I'll see you Monday, man. Yeah, it was,
Later,
it was
boys.
a good one here.
See you, Darth, almost.
See you, man.
See y'all later.
So where are we
Yeah,
at? So we'll be 250. Yeah, we just got to win the next one and we get into Grandmasters too. So as long as we
Yeah,
win the
wait,
next
where are you at?
2039.
Okay. I'm
Is that when you're finding
2025.
the walk?
What?
I'm at 284,
Oh. All right.
but yeah.
If I win the next one too, then I'm going to the next one. It should be great. But
Nice.
all right, who's on right now? Somebody on? Because I am tired as shit. I gotta film a video tomorrow with some people.
Good one.
2 p.m. Who's up? Who's up? Who's up? Omega's on. I don't know who the fuck you are. Guess we're going to Omega because that's the only motherfucker. All right.
Let's see. Main Fry Mill. Main.
Yeah, but at least Omega. Main
Oh, yeah,
Fry
Omega
Mill's
is
on there a
up.
lot. Yeah, Omega's there.
Well, Main Fry Mill has 11 viewers. Omega has
Yeah.
32. But I don't follow Omega.
Yeah, he'll be right back. All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna head over to there because I'm fucking tired. All right, we had some fun. We won by at least one non-less drop. I'm glad I put Blue Marvel back on fucking defense. So I will be back on Monday morning really quick for a quick CC for round 3. Hopefully we win and we knock that out. I'm gonna probably just film Fussy and Herb's account tomorrow morning. Download it in a few hours whenever I wake up. It's already tomorrow morning. But you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for being in chat. Hopefully Omega's around. There, but other than that, I'm gonna go.